Shalom. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh.
Hawa, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders, bishops of Great Millstone, with all in the truth from. Peace, blessings, with all sincerity to you brothers that do the work through the four corners of the earth. Yes, another sitting of GMSToronto on this Saturday, cold Saturday in Toronto, Canada. I'm wishing you brothers again, apostles, shalom.
Shalom.
So, we're commended as men to go in the highways and byways and the hedges and bid, the Lord's elect to commit and basically speak against this wicked kingdom, which is in a dark way of saying Babylon the Great. But we're here to bring clarity and to show people, or who are your listeners, that this place Babylon is actually America, okay? And people that's also in a spiritual sense, a mindset of being contrary in a rebellious state as it pertains to the Lord, okay? So we're to set up again to be the ones that shed light upon what was long time hidden, okay? So but on Jeremiah 28. So that we're not speaking of the rest here, actually speaking of what the Bible says.
Jeremiah 28
verse 8.
This is Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Okay, so it says the prophets. So we're not doing anything new, right, as it pertains to talking what's to come of this place, right? It didn't say we were going to bring glad tidings. It says we're going to prophesy against great kingdoms. Against what?
Sorry. Against
wars
and of evil.
So the wars, right? You're about the saber rattling as it pertains to America and so-called over the office, there's so-called
Ukraine,
right? Which we know it's all an act. It's based on hypocrites, actors, right? The Bible gets on the mindset to understand that what you see them doing on TV, television, means tell lies to your vision, so that your thing is it's real. That's all scripted, all right?
Well, he's on his way out.
Gone.
Pretty much.
Gone.
Right, because that was an act. He played his part, and now they're finally changing it, because in Ukraine I think they're doing an impeachment against him now. Right, there's a minister or somebody. They're doing an impeachment. So he played his part. He's an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like you said, we know this is a big stage, and everything is pretty much set up. Like if you watch the movie Wag the Dog with Robert De Niro, right? They set up these scenarios. And now you have more splitting, because you have people on TikTok and different forums. They're debating now, and people are calling this guy Zelensky. He's brave, he stood up to Trump, and these people are dying, but they don't understand what's going on, right? They don't know that was the situation in itself. That was a fabrication, that whole Ukraine thing, because that's a big human trafficking hub. For years. You had the World Health Organization declared a human trafficking hub from the year 2000, officially. Now when you go looking for that article, you can't find it, right? But it used to be on Google.
Yeah, so just like you can't find information on Joe Biden's son, because he was over there in Ukraine as well.
Laptop, yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Something like Joe 15 and 30.
And that's how you know that's the Mossad. He set that up, because this dude went to a regular a laptop repairman and said, "Yo, I need this repaired," and he forgot all the shit that he had in his hard drive.
Yeah, because it's so normal to him. Yeah.
They're like, "What is this?"
Con.
No.
Yeah, man.
So Job 15 and 34, it says, "For the congregation of hypocrites."
That's right, the congregation of hypocrites, and something bring out hypocrites from the blood. You agree?
Shall be desolate.
Shall be what?
Desolate.
So the Most High is basically sanctioned with actors the desolation. All right? You agree?
And fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
So should the spectators be glued to TV as it concerns who's going to be the next ruler, who's going to be the next president? They should be glued to TV about what we're saying, right? I would want to know what the Most High is sanctioning this place for, right? I don't care who's not wearing a suit, right? And who's going to wear a suit more expensive and less expensive and all the madness. I want to know what the Most High says as it pertains to fire and as it pertains to me. Start with the topic again, brother.
So, Job 15 and 34, for the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
And we already talked about what the word hypocrite means. Okay? But it says of bribery. How much money this man was sent? Much billions. Right? Like he was sending so much billions, bailouts, as a good concern, murdering each other, which is okay. I mean, we just sit back on the popcorn, man, you know, because we don't interfere with you mere mortals. You know, like how you guys think, all right? We're about what the Bible says that pertains to us. We're about trying some salvation.
In prophecy.
Right? In prophecy.
That's right.
I can read 35 too. But verse 35 it says, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit.
That's right, man. So everything you see is based on deception, man.
Right.
That's this man's power. Like this man's office wasn't to bring truth and light. He was put forth to cause shroudiness. Had the place in a place of confusion. Hence the term Babylon. Right? We started by saying America is Babylon. So the head honchos, their thing is about mystery, right? You know, like who done it? You know, what's going on? That's what's been echoed. No, hey, what's going on, man? You know, you hear it. No, you should be saying what the prophet is saying. Everybody should be glued to the TV every Saturday. They want to hear what GMSToronto, around the world is saying, and the affiliates. But is that all? No, right? The Bible says that they cursed him that rebuked at the gates.
Yep.
Right. So this is where they shake their fist at. You know, say, oh, them guys again. You know. They have some two things. Negro like jumps on and start talking some stuff. Oh, you guys, you know, you're haters, and you know, there's hate in the Bible, man. Bible speaks about hate and strongly, man. And who does it pertain to? Esau, Edom. So we get
Strong's H 2611. Chanef.
Which means hypocritical, gutless,
what?
profane.
It says gutless
Yeah.
and profane. All right. So who's profane in the Bible? Esau. Bible says for mere morsel of meat, man song his birthright, which means what? He didn't believe.
Right.
Every brother you see on the highways and byways or there have one thing in common is that they believed. All right, we're called here to believe, man, because when you first came, you didn't know everything, and you still don't know everything, right? Yeah, you have unction to do so, though. You can't say, oh, I have nothing to do. You have something. We have lots to do. There's so much you can get into as it pertains to this doctrine, right? If you don't know, say, hey, brother, you know this, and go back and forth, you know, and come to speed, right? And that's what we're commissioned to do. We're commissioned to bring each every brother up on the level. All right. So what else is there? Anything else? What else? Yeah. Esau, hate.
Malachi 1, verse 1, 3. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Israel by Malachi.
That's right. Malachi was an Israelite. Right. You want to Google it? It's an Israelite. All right. So it's a burden, man, because to go out and profess and say, "Hey, I'm an Israelite," and then you're gonna be shunned first of all and be laughed at. Like, hey, yeah, sure you are. Hey, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's a burden to bring this word to your family, to your close relatives. Right? They think you're going off.
If it's the truth, it's like if it's the truth, because you have that the commercial side of this Israelite thing. When you look at these other Israelite camps, now being an Israelite, because the idea of being an Israelite, which is a heritage, it's not just a movement, it's a heritage, is being merged with America. You know, so now, just like back then, you know, you wanna like, you know, when Yahushua came back, they said, you know, we know he's telling the truth, but if we give in to him, the Romans are gonna come and take away all our stuff. So that breeds an idea of trying to blend two together, so you can, you know, have your cake and eat it too, so to speak. When this truth is one or the other, if you choose to serve the Lord, you serve the Lord. You can't serve both. And a lot of you Israelites are given that notion that you could do both. You could be an Israelite and still be in America. Nah, man. Being an Israelite has nothing to be associated with America.
Yeah, being a T-shirt Israelite.
T-shirt Israelite. Yeah, exactly. Right? I want to bring something out real quick. You mentioned how, you know, people should be glued to what the prophets are speaking. And that's very true. And the reason why they're not is because you haven't felt enough. Right? The seriousness of what things are happening hasn't really hit yet, but it's getting there. Because the scriptures say that the Most High will send his prophets last. Right? So he's saving the best for last. So this is 2 Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places. And you spoke on that confusion. Because that's where Esau can divine his sorcery and bring out his so-called order, which is really disorder. And the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, right? Coming into the city. Mistress women shall bring forth monsters, and the salt water shall be found in the sweet. Salt water shall be found in the sweet, right? So contamination, poisonings, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and that's talking about wisdom, starting with the prophets, and understanding withdraw itself into its secret chambers. That's ultimately going to be what? The chariots. And shall be sought out of many, and yet not be found. And that's how the Most High has it set up, where right now you know the prophets are ignored and they're ridiculed and hated and mocked at, but when all hell breaks loose, right, they're going to be looked for, but you're not going to be able to be found. That's the ultimate demise mentally, right? Because now you're bugging out and there's no hope. You can't turn back time. That's it. You got to go forward and deal with what's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, like the book of Ezra, when it says, as a arrow shot of a mighty
Right,
archer,
right.
turneth not back.
Exactly.
Right? So
Exactly.
prophecies can't turn back.
That's right. And it says, finishing up,
and then that's going into also the famine of the word.
That's right.
Right? The famine of the word, man.
That's right. Okay, yeah, verse 10, it says, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency,
which is the loss of your basic control. Given into how these people have those videos. I gave into my inner thoughts. Was that, you know those ones?
Mm-hmm.
Encroaching thoughts or
intrusive
thoughts.
Yeah, intrusive thoughts.
You people have a bunch of demons on you, so whatever thought's going to come to your mind in that day, you're just going to act upon.
Right.
You know, in that beast state of mind.
Right. That's right.
I actually got the word wit in the Edom. The word wit, it's a noun, mental capacity, the mind as the seat of thinking and reasoning, understanding, intellect, sense, knowledge, from Proto-Germanic wit, to see. Metaphorically, to know.
Right.
So wit is going to hide itself. So people aren't going to know what to do.
Right.
That's why the book of Jeremiah says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may
be found." Yeah. Con. It says, an incontinency be multiplied upon the earth. One land also shall ask another, and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? Written parabolic, but it's gonna play out to be, you know, those street corner Israelites, those guys on the street corners, the Hebrew Israelites, and really, right, and really, GMS, you know, starting with the apostles and as on down, the 100% truth is here. Okay, not saying that there isn't agents among GMS, but the 100% truth is here. So it says, and gone through thee, and it shall say no. Right? Last verse says, at the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain, shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. So you're gonna scratch, claw, and try to do everything you can to protect yourself, your family, you know, and none of it's gonna work. You know, in Amos it says, as a man ran from a bear, and then leaned his hand, and a snake bit him. So you're gonna be in all kind of different perplexities, and not having answers or any hope, which is why these people are gonna go wild. They're gonna become savages, real savages. And it's gonna be them demons on them having free reign right before Yahushua comes. Because when Yahushua came the first time, right, them demons that was on that guy said, you know, why have you come to bother us before the time? You know, we still got time here to rule and do what we got. Why are you here? And he cursed them out, sent them into pigs, and the pigs ran and committed suicide. So imagine those demons on people. It's gonna get completely wild and insane out there. And if you're not, you know, repenting in this time of grace, there's no turning back time. That's it.
I got the word incontinent as well. They're bringing out that point. The word incontinent, wanting self-restraint,
Right.
immoderate, intemperate, not holding back.
Exactly.
Right? And the word continent, the root means self-restraint, temperate, abstemious, because there's a thing called civil order. A lot of men, when they see a woman, they want to do things to a woman. When they see her a certain way,
That's right.
but what pops in their head is, "Nah, I'm gonna get locked up."
Yeah.
Well, in that time, you're not gonna have that thought,
Right.
because you're gonna have no civil order. There's gonna be civil disorder, civil war.
Right.
Right? It's called a state of anarchy when there's no present government. That's what Second Ezra's 15:16.
Right.
They shall not regard their princes.
Yep.
Right? It's sedition among men.
Right.
Especially abstaining from or moderate in sexual intercourse. So they're not going to abstain from that. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Holding together, continuous, to hold back, to check. Right? So you're not going to, hey, these people lose it.
That's it.
When you have nothing to lose, you lose it.
Sure.
Yeah, and all the people, there's a lot of people out here on medication.
Yeah.
You know? Right? So when society collapsed, pharmaceuticals collapsed, Shoppers Drug Mart, that's done.
Yeah.
Walgreens, that's finished.
LCBO.
Right?
Even the liquor is medicine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it always.
We knocking down the Miami's door for the wine.
You got a lot of functional, cokeheads,
Oh,
Yeah.
functional
Lawyers,
heroin,
lawyers,
yeah.
judges, doctors.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of people.
Finance guy.
Yeah. In that time, you're gonna be intemperate,
That's right.
right? At the end of a long day, you go home. You do your lines, you drink. You get into your vices. But in that day, you're not gonna have those things. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Complete.
And the reason why they're functional as well is because their drugs is more cleaner.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you see a person on the side of the street, you go on Jane Street, you see a
Yeah.
crackhead, that's because they have to buy low budget drugs. Those rich
Cut
people,
up.
they can buy shit that's high end. And their high end drugs is actually a lot better.
Straight from Colombia.
Yeah. That's why when you have people that die in the city, the police will tell you, oh, it was cut with this, it was cut with that. That's when you get in trouble. They'll tell you they put or it was laced with this just to make the drug more stronger.
Because that's what they're doing with the fentanyl. They're interlacing.
They interlaced
They have
it.
different. They have one that's stronger than fentanyl.
Con.
It's like 10 times stronger.
Yeah.
And then they mix it with fentanyl.
Just to touch it, you could fuck yourself up by touching
Yeah.
it.
Was it Ahmad?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Yeah. Back in Malachi 1, verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
That's right. And Esau goes back to basically the so-called white man, right? That goes back to Edom, right? Esau is Edom, right? So the Most High has basically said that he loves a people for himself, which are the Israelites, right? Namely the 1/3 of this right, consisting of 1/4,000 and the 1/3.
That's right.
All right. So the Most High has sanctioned some people for judgment and some people for mercy. Okay.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
So that's what you're seeing out in the government. That word mountains there. So every place where you say Edomite has set his pitch his tent, his nest, right? They shall be kicked out of power, man, and shall be brought down low. The Bible speaks about seeing servants on horses, right, and then princes on foot, right? Those princes is basically us, Israelites. All right, in a low estate. Why? Because we sinned. We rebelled against Heavenly Father. Okay?
For the dragons of the wilderness, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Which they did. The other thing, build back better. That was a slogan. Right? Sorry, brother.
Make America great.
Gone. Right? But it was a sanction to be made great again. The Bible have it sanctioned for total destruction, annihilation.
Right.
That's to come to an end, man.
And that's the tail end of him trying to build back better, like what you guys were saying. He really started that 500 years ago.
Right.
Slowly creeping in, making plans, being duped. paying people off, destroying families, all the way up to the point now they have the whole world in their hands, fulfilling prophecy. As when you go into Revelation, the 20th chapter, that old serpent, right? And he said he'd rule a little time. Now, a lot of these historians will tell you that an empire will last about 250 years. So you think it's a coincidence that I think next year will be the 250th year for America. You see? So this guy's at his last, he's scratching. This is where he's going to be the most ferocious because he's at the tail end of everything,
The Revelation 12, Job will give a short time.
Right, yeah.
Brother, get that?
Yeah,
Let
cut. Get that.
No, that's 2026, July 4th,
2026?
250. It's right now, it's at 240.
Okay, con.
It's going to be 249.
249.
We're in that time, man.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I got that real quick. He said 12 and 12, right? So Revelation 12 and 12, it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them."
That's right. So right now, this is what you're seeing. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So in a spiritual sense, we are the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, and we're rejoicing because the timeline is showing that this man's kingdom, this rulership, is coming to an end. All right, so we're rejoicing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's why like most brothers, when the video is about hastening, not a longer time period. I hope the Lord doesn't come back, no matter how good you're doing. Right? However good we're doing in this kingdom, it's bad. Right? Doesn't matter what is you're doing because you're not in a rulership. Right? So you shouldn't want to be ruling or have anything while another man is ruling and telling you how how to raise your children, right? How much woman you can have or can't have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you shouldn't want nothing to do with that. You should want a righteous reign, and the only righteous reign is based on Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right.
Nothing here is good. There's nothing. Zero. There's not one good thing about this place. Truth is in.
Exactly, and that's why he said the kingdom of heaven is within you, which is this knowledge.
Gone.
Because you can't just pop up in the kingdom of heaven and not have this truth.
It's actually against the law for us to not make righteous judgment.
Yep.
The fact that we have to see wickedness and we cannot judge it is actually us going off.
Yep.
Right? But
Yep.
the earth is just given into the hand
It's
of the
true.
wicked.
It's true.
But the fact that we can't execute judgment, we're going off.
It's true.
Because you can't be an Israelite and you're watching wickedness.
That's right.
That's against the law.
Exactly. Yep. It's true.
You're being morally neutered every day.
Every day, that's how I feel.
Every day.
I feel like that every day.
Emasculated.
You're being demasculated. Yeah, man. Con. And it's not supposed to be that way.
And it says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth."
Because even Slack, you have to make the point. Even back in the day, on old VHS tapes, you had the R rating, the 14. All those things get pushed back as the years go by. Now the R-rated movie, or back in the day, R-rated movies, they're PG-13.
They're just PG-13.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just more and more wickedness,
Man.
and you're more and more desensitized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. And it says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down."
So it doesn't matter where you at, man. You know what I mean? The sea also refers to the people. So it doesn't matter where you think you're gonna run to, and you're gonna hide. Most it doesn't matter where you're in. The judgment is gonna come out on the people, man. All nations are gonna feel it.
That's right.
So there's no, you have to go over here, guy, right? And get me some chickens and some tuna and some dry goods. Doesn't matter, man.
Why do you think the Most High gave Esau, Edom, the whole world? So that, like you said, you can't escape. The man has the whole earth.
Hey, but just to go off of what the brother is saying, what happened to the governments that wouldn't do the joke, right? Their leaders got deleted.
That's right.
They got taken out.
That's right.
That was a global takeover.
That's right.
And everybody that spoke against it, that was a leader.
That's right.
Which was, some of them were a lot of Jakes
Done.
or dark-skinned men.
Yeah.
They're out of here.
Yeah.
And nobody ever talked about it again.
That's
Nobody
right.
talked about it but us.
That's right. That's right. And that's how he gets down. It's, if you don't do, he said, puppet kings. You don't do what he tells them to do, off them. Okay, you'll just run through people until one listens.
And that's how we know Russia is a part of the whole thing.
That's right.
That's not no enemy or no boogeyman. That's a
Yeah.
joke. He had he made his own joke thing
Right.
called a
There you go.
Sputnik or whatever. His was called like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Sputnik.
And they would knock on your door and they give it to you.
Yeah, exactly over there.
Straight living.
Yeah.
You know?
KJB style.
Yeah, yeah.
So guess what? laughing and thinking and glossing over it, but that's the Most High, man.
That was-
Amos 3:6 or the 3:7 says, "Shall they even say that the Lord has not done it?"
Right.
I mean, so the Lord sanctioned you to get that joke.
Yeah.
So take it, man.
Yeah.
Because with certain men, the Lord put aside, you know, leave these men alone.
Right.
Which is why, you know, there's certain laws put in place where they can't really touch certain people. They touch on my anointing.
Right.
And the anointing is going on with the oil, with his knowledge. So them men, I said, leave them alone.
Right. And how much more when things are lawless?
Done.
Right? 'Cause you're right. All these different things, you know, are set up so like the internet, you know, so that we can speak and do all these things. Freedom of speech, so called. So how much more when there is no law?
Done.
You know, it's gonna be like it's gonna be miracles at that point
Done.
that are gonna be happening that the elect are gonna be relying on day in and day out.
And that freedom is going into so the truth. And that word freedom is being, you know, heralded, but now it's time you're free to not be dumb. All right?
You're wicked.
You're free to go and subscribe to this knowledge, to this truth. And no one's stopping you from you know, turning TV on. You know, there's Wi-Fi everywhere. You know, so if you can't afford a package on your phone, you know, data, go to Tim Hortons, go to wherever, you know, and log on.
Yeah, go to
Subscribe.
McDonald's.
Gone.
McDonald's has the best internet.
Gone.
Yeah.
See, brother, tell you, you're engaged.
No, because I know. I've done it before.
Gone.
When I never had internet, I just sat outside of McDonald's in my car
Gone.
and uploaded my videos.
That's right.
They have the bell, high speed.
Oh shit. I went to the public library.
Public library, yeah, good too. Good.
Well, TTC's getting rid of theirs.
Let me just finish this up. So it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
So Satan jumped out of heaven. The devil is defined as a deceiver, man. And you're being deceived by your TV. That's his main tool, right? The TV is
And the celebrities, the idols,
yeah.
right?
They find them on TV, right? Hollywood was put there because, you know, guys say, oh, it's called Hollywood. Actually, has a meaning, right? It's casting spells. Like these words ain't just some words some guy put on his hat. These words have meaning and they have a strong grasp on your psyche, right?
Yeah, that's
Pop
what.
culture.
Yeah, that's what Harry Potter had.
One.
The wand, that's the Hollywood.
Hollywood is the
They use
wand.
the Hollywood for the wand,
Yeah, it's the
the
wand.
magic wand.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
wand of the elites.
That's right.
It says, coming down having great wrath unto you. Coming down onto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
That's right. The most I say he was guessing at a short time. Yahweh franchise said he knows. He knows. You know, that's why he hit our videos, man. Right? You think that this is troubling. Like if you were to watch and say, they're talking about what? So even if you didn't know, your boys say, what's this? I said, Edomites are us? And one with Esau, he's gonna do deep research, he's gonna dig. So even then he's gonna dig, you know something? It is up.
Of course.
Yeah.
Them guys are legit.
And they did it for, and that's, you're right. Like, you got the lower level Edomites, they do that and they get that reaction, like, oh, you know. And they do that research. The top level Edomites, they look at that and they laugh. Like, these niggas don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but they have our records.
No,
so
I
when
know.
they go through our records, they're seeing, oh
Yeah.
shit.
But they knew it before us.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's exactly.
so
Yeah.
my point is that in Wisdom of Solomon 2, it tells you that's a spirit. They don't give, they look at what we teach, and in his mind, it's like, we're still gonna win.
Right.
Like, he tells you exactly what they say. Like, okay.
But that's pride.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
the point.
pride blinds you.
That's that demon.
We got it.
That's
No,
that
I know
devil.
it's a demon because
Esau.
that fat girl
I think about that.
who couldn't fit in the cab,
And she sued the.
she said that when she looks in the mirror, she only sees a skinny girl. But there's people like that. No, she's not lying.
I know, it's called body dysmorphia.
Body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah.
People do have that. What they see in the mirror is not really them.
Yes. Yes.
When they're skinny, they might see themselves fat.
I've seen somebody like that. The girl who I seen, she used to throw up a lot. Every
Yeah.
meal she eats, she throws up, and she's all skin and bone. She's anorexic,
Yeah.
but she thinks she's fat in her mind.
That's a heavy
It's a
demon.
demon. It's
Yeah.
a demon.
Hey, because remember, these elites, right? Right when they got into power around 1800s,
Yep.
they were already looking into, okay, is Noah's Ark real?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Sodom and
Searching
Gomorrah?
everything out. Yeah.
Once they found
Lot's
out it was
wife.
real, That's when they said, look, we need to create the Bible destruction group.
Right.
That's right.
To disverify it.
That's right.
Right.
And they set up their professors in colleges.
Right.
That's
where,
right.
where in college, right, the textbook was the Bible.
Right.
That's
and,
where.
and then they got rid of that.
That's why you have a whole period known as the Enlightenment period,
Yeah.
where all they did was question the scriptures.
Yeah.
That was the
Con.
whole theme.
Con. Got?
And Bernard, he was.
Oh.
Yeah, just to add to the point in regards to like having the freedom to get an understanding, but everyone charged. Like this is Isaiah 55 verse 1, and it says, "Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine
Bring it on, brother.
and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do ye spend money for that bread, and your labor which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat you which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness." Right. So in terms of eating, we eat spiritually through this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. But essentially, like verse 2 was talking about, okay, why do you go to these other places? Like for example, like the school systems and all that kind of stuff. A lot of our people go into these school systems, they spend thousands of dollars when you can learn a lot more, when you subscribe to, your apostles and elders and the men that are actually teaching on the highways and byways. Because the scriptures talk about wisdom cries out and she roughly paraphrase,
Yeah.
she uttereth
Yeah,
her
voice.
son,
Right.
she uttereth her voice in the chief place of concourse, right? Through our apostles and elders, they push on that vibration in the sense of, they don't charge, like, okay, there's no like PayPal link account, next to the video that they upload, for example. Right, we're not charging for the breakdowns, names, and marriage, all this kind of stuff, right? Like other camps do, right? So just going to the point in regards to like, we don't charge, and you have the freedom essentially to get this understanding, get it what's hot, basically.
Yeah, because this truth was hidden, right? I went to college. I never learned that out of my Hebrew Israelite. I never knew. We all didn't know. High school, they didn't tell us that you guys are the sons of God. So it's been a secret, right?
Yep.
They taught you evolution and pseudoscience.
Yep.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Monkeys.
Yeah.
You know?
Homosexuality.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the Moors, that I didn't know that that black people were in power in the Dark Ages, the Middle Ages.
You didn't learn about what's that guy in Scotia, Nova Scotia?
Matthew.
Matthew
Matthew,
DeCosta. You
yeah.
didn't learn about Matthew DeCosta.
Yeah.
That's a big figure. Man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or that we invented hockey.
Right.
Edomites love so much.
Yeah, like we didn't know about the black inventors, in the Americas.
Well, somebody hold Wisdom of Solomon 5.
I got a real quick one.
Okay.
That was it?
That was it, yeah.
This is... Sirach 51, verse 23. It says, "Draw near unto me, ye unlearned, and dwell in the house of learning. Wherefore are ye slow? And what say ye to these things? Seeing your souls are very thirsty."
We're very thirsty.
Yeah. I opened my mouth and said, "Buy her for yourselves without money. Put your neck under the yoke, and let your soul receive instruction. She is hard at hand to find. Behold with your eyes how that I have but little labor, and have gotten unto me much rest."
Yeah, when you're thirsty, you don't know who you are, right? You cannot grow without water. You need water to grow. So being thirsty just means that you lack understanding of yourself. That's why in Ezekiel, 37, it likens on human beings to dry bones, right? Or you're likened onto the dead, right? Our bodies are made up of what, 80-90% water, right? So you have to be filled with that water.
It says, verse 28, "Get learning with a great sum of money, and get much gold by her." And that's, that sum of gold is also going into you pretty much sacrificing, right? So it says, "Buy the truth and sell it not." How do you buy her? With your time, your dedication, your discipline to the wisdom. Because you can't just, I want to get, I want to know this, I want to know that. And then when wisdom tries you, you fail and you fail and you keep failing, but you still want to get. There's no point to your getting. The Most High is going to spew you out. if you have people like that,
Yeah.
get stuff it under a pillow. They don't even preach it. You know? Verse 29, let your soul rejoice in his mercy and be not ashamed of his praise. And that was it.
Come on. Yeah, wisdom?
Yeah. Wisdom Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious.
So this is basically giving you the insight to the so-called white man, right? Who goes back to the seed of Edom, right? So the Most High is basically telling you how they operate mentally.
Mm-hmm.
All right, start it up again.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright.
Not all right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a job out of you. This man is off, man. And everything he says, right, doesn't matter how good it sounds, it's off. Right? Because he's not based and he wasn't risen up in truth. Right? It says the wicked are ashamed of room as soon as he was born, go forth telling lies.
Yeah.
And that's going to the dark ages. Man.
Yep.
Right? As soon as that man came with power out of that deep sleep for 1,000 years, right? That's why he makes up. That's why when he says Big Bang Theory, once you're in your right mind, he said this nigga's sleeping. This nigga's woke up. You know what are you talking about?
Yep.
Right? So this is a blessing to have this truth being given to us. Like we don't deserve this truth.
Yep.
Right? If everybody was, if you could honest with themselves, like why did the Most High chose us? Like we know what we did in our past lives before we were born again.
Straight mercy. Straight mercy.
The other thing we did was we were submersing some water, right? Literally, the water we were submersing.
Remember, it goes into really the nature of Esau.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Because we were reading about him being profane.
Yeah.
Right? Lest there be any fornicator or profane person such as Esau.
Right.
A hypocrite, right?
Right.
A godless, a person, gutless.
Yeah.
Gutless and godless.
Yeah.
Right? And profane.
Yeah.
What does the word profane mean?
Outside the temple.
Outside the temple.
Yep.
Right? So he can never be in the temple.
Yep.
You know, in Revelations it says, for without are thieves, liars, and animals,
Right.
pretty much beasts, right? For without the court of the temple.
Right.
You know, and this man can never get it. That's why he came as Cain. You know, that lineage died off, but he came back as Esau.
Right.
And that spirit was not right in him. And
Right.
He's anti-righteous.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. He
That's
rejects.
what it says,
No, it's okay.
it says as soon as he be born, they go astray.
Yeah.
As soon as they be born, they go astray, speaking lies.
That's right.
Slack, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say because the spirit that's in him is to reject the truth, because his forefather did that. If you really go into it, Cain and Esau were really brought up in the truth.
Yeah.
Adam taught, and
Of course.
right,
Yeah,
and
of
Cain and Esau,
Great men.
right? They were actually the firstborn, so they were heir to what we have now.
Of course.
Exactly, but the Most High, it was in the spirit in the heavens how things were supposed to set up. So the Most High put the spirit on him to reject the truth. That's why he was spoken to like, yo, don't you have the understanding? You're the firstborn son. You know, if you do wickedness, Satan's right there, and you know if you don't do it, or if you follow my rules, you're good. Why are you going around committing murder and then blaming everybody else and pointing hands at everybody else without looking at yourself? So he put a spirit on Cain to reject truth, because the Most High set it up that way.
The same thing with Esau. The same thing.
Exactly.
With Esau.
And that's why when they're born now, coming out of the womb, they're completely astray because that spirit's already in you.
And Isaac, of course, taught Esau what to do and what not to do.
That's right.
You see?
Yeah.
But he second guessed. Right? He second guessed. He wanted to know good and evil. When as a righteous man, right, you want to know what's wisdom, what's wise, the tree of life.
Right.
So that's what we subscribe to. We want to know what's good. I don't care what's good and bad. I want to know what's good.
And he doesn't like order. You know, because it's like
Esau didn't respect his heritage.
Exactly. He doesn't like exactly. I was just gonna say that because you're right. If Isaac is teaching you from good and evil, why would you want more? So obviously you don't like order. You're like, you know what? My dad's teaching me all this. That's good. I'm gonna do it better.
Well, it says, what is about to do to take up my statutes, thou hatest instruction.
Exactly. Exactly.
Esau,
He doesn't like order, man.
He lied down with a Canaanite woman.
Yeah.
And
After his parents told him.
The man.
The first thing you did.
His whole existence. Whole existence.
Opposite. Full opposite.
This man can't get right. His whole existence tells you.
So quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Psalm 14 at 1. to the chief musician of Song of David, the fool has said in his heart, there
Right.
is no God, Yahweh. They are corrupt, they have done abominable works, there is none that doeth good.
That's right.
And we know that fool is Esau, Edom. You know, most of all these Edomites, they don't believe in the Most High. They don't believe in a higher power. But if they do believe in a higher power, it looks like them. Right?
Yeah, they can't accept the
Canada, compared to the U.S., they're more godless than the American Edomite. So in Canada, these Edomites here, they can care less for God over here, man.
They're proud.
Right? But even then, they're okay if Jesus looks like a so-called white man, even though they don't even believe in him. That's the pride of these devils, man.
right.
So like,
That's what it said in Jeremiah. Moses said, I'm against thee, O most proud.
Right.
Most proud.
Right? He says it's the pinnacle, man.
Starting with the top family.
God.
Just so you got the top family of Judah, you know?
Which why this man has to make laws to substantiate his movements, right? He has to make laws, first and foremost, like to be civil towards you. He has to make laws. This is what wicked man is, to not kill you, right? Because his first thing is about killing and destroying. So laws are put in place where I say, hey, it's illegal to shoot someone in the face. Like, oh, it is? Yeah, man, you can't do that. That's how this man has to operate. There's no laws, to be no one left. Go to your book. Go to 11, verse 11.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11. It says, "Let our strength be the law of justice."
See that? He says, "Let our strength be the law of justice." So everything he does, right, is based on his profane mindset, right? He makes laws for the most, right? He makes laws concerning even food. Like for you to make something that's good, right? Esau has to see the ingredients. You have to register with some company or some board.
FDA approved.
Yeah, if it's good, you ain't gonna make it nowhere, man.
Yeah.
But why is red, blue? Yeah, put that in there.
Yeah. And then you know what? The strength too is also him being able to create laws. You know, you're right. All the laws, we already know he's going to create some wicked ass laws. But the strength to go into a land and create the laws of the land, that's why he said, let our strength be. Because they have families that are into that. If you look at certain families, they have the 13 different families. Certain families are like allocated to one aspect of the economy: news, finance, education, like demons, like worshiping demons and stuff. Just like we have it. Levi's, the law giver, and then you have Issachar for this. They have the same thing going on the left-hand side. So the fact that he can come into a land and create the law is itself and control the finance, man.
To tell you that school, teach them that they're Africans. Make that a law.
That's
have
it.
to go to school.
That's
to
right.
learn that they're Africans.
That's it.
And we see them. They have bones in their nose and they're buck naked.
Yep.
And the man, he started saying his reason something that's not right. So in their council that they have, what are we going to tell these people? What comes up? Because
Yes.
Jake is out there that's seeking for the truth.
Yeah, you're African American.
You see? Right? When our people in the Bible denounced being like Moses said, "Yo, don't call me that." When he was raised up into it, and I was probably after party and was as a youth.
Well, he knew he was an Israelite, but yeah, I hear you. I hear you. He knew
But
this. Yeah.
he denounced it.
Yeah.
So did, I think Moses. Paul. Right?
Yeah.
So don't mix me up with that, man. Get it straight. Come here. Call me a Canadian. Don't call damn African. It's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Hamites are the worst, man.
Oh, man.
They're the worst.
And then the Rastafarians are pushing, Rasta. What do you call them? Worshiping Selassie. Ethiopia.
Well, a lot of those Rastafarians and Jamaicans are actually Hamites because we sojourned among Ham, right? And so a lot of people in the Caribbeans, they're not all the Benjamite or Israelite. A lot of them, we sleep on the enemy. Your sister would marry a Hamite, and the seeds.
Of course, just like the wilderness.
Mixed multitude.
Yeah, mixed multitude.
So it goes on both sides. And you have black Edomites, and you have white Israelites, whatever, man. It's all mixed up.
You have the tears, right?
That's right.
And the tears.
And that's why in GMS we don't push that colorism. Like we understand it's a spiritual thing. So the most that's like Yahushua says in the wedding. He says, "Yo, Yahushua, your mother said, listen, man. Whoever's in here, that's what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I care about. Right?
Yeah.
Don't come with I'm a Rastafari. Hey, good for you, man. Praise on the Rasta. We're gonna praise Yahweh Shemashai. Right?
And the only time we bring up color is as what's it called? Indicators. A reference. Indicator reference. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
ICPK, they push that thing where you have to be from Africa. Because people is scattered.
He said, oh,
Right?
he called the ISUPK that they call like the Jakes over there in West Africa, they call them Hamites.
Well, that's where they're going off, and that's where the doctrine is flawed, partly, right? Because the Bible teaches that there's a scattering everywhere.
Throughout the four corners.
Come on,
Also,
man.
we're not African. We mean we're not literal. Came out of Ham. Also, we're not African. We don't mean the landmass. Because understand, our people. You know, your people for your place. Right?
And you don't know how migration works.
God.
But they're supposed to be scholars.
They're supposed
they
to
have
be.
the books. They have the gauntlets.
They have everything.
So you know they're just
barbed
lying.
wire.
And they have some good books too, but they don't know
They
history.
sit there, they do the lessons.
Retards.
So they never heard of the Ashanti, the Igbo,
Con.
you know,
Or
different tribes.
the places that Paul traveled to, man. Paul traveled all over the
Hey, like
place.
that little boy who was talking to Captain Tazaria.
Yeah.
And he was vibing, and
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
like, oh, where are you
vibing.
from? And I think he said Nigeria. So
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you can't come to
You're
a Hamite.
Yeah,
You know the boy.
yeah, the guy's like he's like 11-year-old, 12-year-old.
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody, man.
And he was drawn to it for a reason.
No,
At
he's
that
not
age,
Jeremiah.
This kid had a shine. When you look at him,
wicked.
you'll know a Hamite when you talk to him.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
They have no flavor.
So verse 12, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doing.
So,
Right.
so who be considered righteous? We're the ones who is pushing the truth, this truth, right? So the so-called white man knows that we're the righteous because of what we subscribe to. Okay, nothing else is gonna make you more hateful, right, to a person that's doing wicked than when you do the right thing.
That's right.
So it says, "Let us lay in wait." Keep reading.
Yeah, like when you go around niggas and they're passing you the blunt, you're like, no, I don't smoke.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy thinks he's better than me.
Exactly. That's what you, and that's
No,
what.
I don't eat pork. Stop
Yeah.
the music. You know, you tell Jake certain things and they look at you like you're strange.
God.
Mm-hmm.
So you always look at the cop.
Yeah, come.
Yeah. It's a light, you know. When you do the right thing, it's a light. So it reflects on them that they're doing wickedness. You know, because everybody knows right from wrong. You know, it's just that people run from it, reject it, do all their kind of thingies, whatever. But when you say, you know, nah, I'm not smoking that blunt, and they're like, what? It's like, you know what you're doing is wicked then. That's why you're off it. And you hate the person that's doing it. And you'll tell yourself everything else outside of the fact that, okay, what he's saying is right. Okay, you're fucking wicked.
Yep. Hey, the longer you've been in the truth, you're gonna walk in the room with wicked people, and they're gonna look at you like in the opening scene of Blade. That's him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at you like
And
you're
you're
a
gonna
different
wonder,
spirit.
you know, you're gonna wonder, how did they know?
You know?
You're truly like, how the fuck did they know? You're right.
Also, it's because they can't trust you because you're not like them.
Yep.
He's like, I can't trust
The
this guy.
vibe just changes.
Oh, yeah.
The
You can't trust
vibe, the
him
vibe changes entirely.
Yeah.
You're like the light turning on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of those secret societies, they always want to get dirt on you, so it's like, I can trust this guy.
Exactly. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
But even in the
That's what the initiation is for, right? Even
Yep.
for a gang.
Yeah.
You gotta get initiated.
Yep.
Well, in contrary to that, we want to get the dirt off you, so we can trust you.
Exactly.
You see? We want to make sure you're washed by the word, so we can trust you.
Right.
Right? That's you see, it's the opposite. They want to get dirt on you, they can trust you.
We're trying to wash
hey,
our hands,
you know, let's see how dangerous this. You know, is brother dangerous or what?
How wicked can this guy get?
God.
Let's get it on video. Let's get audio and store it away.
That's them.
Yeah.
On the right hand side, we'll say, well, we want to see how clean the brother is going to get.
Yeah.
Right? Put you in a spot. Say, hey, light on you, and you know, the light's on you. If the Lord's in you, it'll shine.
Yeah.
You know, you reflect light.
And Esau is so proud that in the chapter we're reading, he says exactly what you're saying. Okay, if they want to say they're Israelites, they want to say Yahweh. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Yeah. Go. Somebody had a precept? Oh, somebody had a precept or no? Okay, real quick. We'll probably stay in that. It's a good chapter, man. See what the Spirit goes.
Say Mark chapter 8, verse 15. It says, and he charged them, saying, take heed, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod. like so going to the basic, like how these Edomites, when you go to the school system, they teach you about like all these false doctrine they show you. And then you go to Herod, a union.
Yep.
And his father participated was in a union.
Yep.
That's the same way, like in school system, in colleges, they teach you like the wrong ways. You're supposed to take heed to the leaven. The leaven is the doctrine.
Yeah.
Their philosophies, okay, their ways of thinking.
Yeah.
Right. Same with like in these days, our people like they're lost in these of wickedness, and they want you to be able to basically like kind of like basically like be cool to know that you could do things that they do, and if you don't do it, they don't see to be cool, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And I think Apostle Kabar always brings out that he brought a couple times that unleavened bread is actually healthier than
Unleavened, of course.
yeah, unleavened bread is healthier.
1000%.
You know, because you got yeast there, and yeast is exactly what it is. It doesn't die, right?
Yeah.
So it just gives. So let's say people with beer bellies, and because it's basic, it's brewed in yeast.
There's parasites.
So you better get bigger and bigger, and it's a beer belly.
Beer belly, yeah, that
And
makes sense.
the worms can
Makes
feed
sense.
off of the yeast as well
Makes
when
sense.
it's inside of you.
Yeah, you got mold in there,
Yeah, come.
bunch of dead shit that's not going away. That's why that's beautiful. You do the purge. That's why the Lord has that spirit of doing the purge once a year.
That's so good for the body, man.
Leaven and yeast is pretty much in everything that you
Everything.
every day, pretty much.
Everything.
Pretty much, unless
Yeah.
you're unless they're very like.
Like even if when you're that, like you still have to
I
bend
love
in.
it.
And now everybody's talking about the 24-hour fast.
Yeah.
How the cells.
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
already
yeah,
has it in the Bible.
that
man.
was already there.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the ultimate one too.
There's no
because it's a dry and
dry and wet.
Yeah. It's dry fast.
yeah.
No water, no food.
Because they say no water is very beneficial and
Yeah.
obviously no food.
Mhm.
But they say that no water is like a 10x,
Yeah.
10x boost.
Can you create your own water at a certain point? Like you'll still keep peeing, and you wonder why.
Oh, yeah.
It's because you're creating your own
'Cause
molecular
remember,
water.
muscles is mainly water. It's not mass. It's
Yeah.
not tissue.
Right.
Muscle is mainly water.
Right.
Makes sense.
And you how should I say like a little leaven is not the whole lump, right? So like even a little bit of leaven, like
Yeah.
like it could corrupt you your whole system. That was
That's
That's a good reason why it's for 7 days, right?
Psalms 37. Pretty
Not the
35.
protein.
Creatine is strong.
Psalms 37, 35. Yeah, this is
34.
Psalms 37, verse 34. Wait on the Lord Yahweh and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land.
Yeah, well, if you guys are by the window, you have to.
Are cut off, thou shalt see it.
That's right. So, which is what you're seeing unfolding in front of you. Most I send the wicked, right, for destruction, right? Because the wicked has toward the whole world, right, and causing like his light, which is darkness, to be seen as truth. Okay, agree?
Verse 35.
Which it is, because remember, they don't have the light. So when people who don't have the light, they have to figure out a way how to get knowledge. And the only other way to get knowledge, because if the world never found out about the left-hand path, they would only get knowledge from us. But there is more knowledge out there, but the only way to access it is through different means, right? You have something known as scrying, right? That's where Slick Rick said on the wall, right? Because you can scry or do witchcraft through a mirror. You can do witchcraft by dismembering birds. That's known as augury, right? There's different ways.
Yeah.
You also have gematria, which is numbers, right? You can go into numbers and be like, oh, today is March 1st, and every March 1st on this day at this time, this happens. Is that a knowledge? Yes, it is a knowledge. It goes back to the Kabbalah. That's where you people get the breakdown of Nero and the 666. That's gematria. That's how you know Nate is a Luciferian. Because if you push, you're pushing gematria. Gematria is Jewish mysticism, which goes back to the Khazars. Why are you guys teaching that? So yes, the breakdown of Nero, Caesar, breaks down to 666, but he is not the
beast. Yeah,
he's not even the beast.
Yeah, he's not the beast, man.
The mindset of the beast.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of ways to gain knowledge.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that not what Saul did?
Yep.
Saul stopped getting enlightened, and what did he do? He
Yeah.
just turned to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
So you can get knowledge in different ways, but
Yeah.
there's only one truth.
Exactly.
So this is Psalms 37, 5. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree.
Green bay tree is basically, if you look it up, it's like it grows like really, really big, and it's basically it's a place where shadow, like so if you want like
Shade.
shade from the sun,
Yeah.
you go in there, you know, and so basically, so white man is basically give his knowledge, right, and his understanding as where you go to for sustenance and for light.
Yeah.
Okay, but the shadow of the green bay tree, similar to the so-called white man, is blocking out the light.
Gone.
All right, and you can't get in. All right, read.
Verse 36. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not.
That's right. So the Most High has basically sanctioned the so-called white man and his esoteric knowledge, right? His lies, his witchcraft, right, for destruction. So he's not. Okay. So there come a time where I say, hey, was there such a thing as an Edomite? Was there such a thing as white people?
That's right. Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
The Most High is basically have him for this annihilation, man.
That's right, man.
So his knowledge is not the true knowledge. Keep reading.
Yeah, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright.
That's right. So
We tried to do it during the Dark Ages, you know. We did try to breed Esau out, but we kept him hidden in the caves. But Jake in Europe, holy shit!
Weed them out.
That's why you have whole areas where it's only Jakes.
Yeah.
But that's why when you go to Europe, you go to Poland, you go to Russia, you go to Italy. There's a lot of Israelites that are going to look like Edomites.
Yep.
But those are all Jakes, their lineage. Because Jake went in for 1,000 years.
Especially them with them snow bunnies. Too.
Oh my gosh.
They love them snow bunnies.
The Slavs.
well, that to make laws in the 1800s, miscegenation, yeah, to outlaw white women with black men.
Yeah,
Jack
it was
Johnson,
happening too
what was
much.
that- what was that law called? There was a law where you can't transport her across different state
Mann
borders.
Act.
The Mann Act, the water, because they say you're trafficking her.
That's right.
But she's just traveling with you. Go to the next state. No,
Yo,
you're
Esau's
trafficking
afraid,
white
bro.
woman.
He's afraid.
White.
Hey, they have those laws in Canada too against Jakes. Because them Jakes, you bring a white woman to different provinces, they pull Jake down. Especially if you're from Toronto, even though Jake pimping them. But as soon as they see you, they're like, what is this white girl doing with this black man? Ma'am, are you okay? Yeah.
Is everything good? Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Blame twice.
That's exactly say. You know, you asked the wrong question, my nigga. Ask him a good time.
Real talk.
Wow.
I'm reading them again with something. Just to,
Yeah,
accentuate
yeah.
What are we talking about?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
That's right. So they see us, right? The Bible calls us feeble, right? Because we're basically powerless. The Al-Bashman says, Jacob, you worm, right? A worm has no defenses. Hence, you're going to see him as feeble. You can't defend yourself.
Hence why he hides.
Khan.
Yeah, in the ground. Yeah.
Khan. And sometimes, you ever seen it rain and that worm is walking, right? Sometimes it's killed by accident.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That happens most of the time.
Gun. You see? So the Most High is basically telling us how we should be in characteristic, as it pertains to how we maneuver in this world. Like, we have no defense.
None.
So he said, Jake, shoot his mouth. If Esau wanted to,
You're done.
he's done.
Oh, just wait. It's coming, man.
King
It's
Alfred's
coming.
plan.
And he's licensed to kill.
Rex
You're
84.
arguing with somebody with a license.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have a license.
And a blessing.
Good.
The Most High blessed him.
Blessing.
He said, Yahweh said, this is your blessing. Well, Isaac said, this is your blessing. And you're going to rule the world by this blessing. And you, Jakes, anyways, man. Once this man comes down, man, you guys, you're going to hear scream, blood. It's going to be crazy because you didn't listen. You just didn't listen.
There's a place called Regent Park.
Oh yeah.
Right? A place called Regent Park. Come on.
Huh?
A place before you're from out west, right?
Okay,
So
con.
it's called Regent Park, where it's like a bad turf,
Moss Park.
whatever, right? And Jakes, if you're from this place, you can't go to this place, the Regent Park, right? But Esau wanted. Esau came in with a cigarette in his sleeve, and a thing, and I was like, surveying it like that. Move, nigga. You know?
Wow.
And if you're so bad and big and bad, the man has no weapons, you know? He has to move.
So true.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
true.
See?
Why are you so tough? Why did they tell him that he can't, this is your turf?
See?
He's a showing, I'm a bad man, I don't have no way, nigga.
And when I was a kid, I had to run out of that neighborhood
God.
because I had on blue, and I went to some part where a basketball court was, and there was like 100 men.
That's right.
And me and my friend looked at each other and we said,
After
"How do we hear?" Yo, the speed in Regent. Yo, we had to run out of that.
Gentrified. It shows who
Wow.
who his badman is.
Right.
Condos built up, everything, you know? That
But
was
there's
nice.
still shootings over there. Yeah, drugs.
No, but that's not the point. The point of what the brother's saying is that Esau just goes
They
and
got you
yeah,
niggas
get out the way.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
They got your niggas out the way. Some of you niggas are fancy, you got some condos, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that block shit is over with. Man.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
like
Jane and Finch is,
like he said, they're only killing each other.
You know?
Yeah, you're right. Esau has the VIP access anywhere.
Yes.
It don't matter where it is.
South America, Jamaica.
That's right.
The
Anyway.
whole world is in his hands.
Because last night I was watching Black Hawk Down. Like Esau went up in their neighborhood and just he didn't care. He just
Somalia? Was that
Yeah,
Somalia?
Somalia.
Yeah, Somalia.
Yeah. They couldn't tell him not to come in there, even though they were killing off Edomites. They don't
Yeah.
care. Esau's coming in with the weapons.
Yeah,
man.
they're a little bit more rebellious. The Cushites are more rebellious, but Esau still goes in there. That's why they have those pirates.
Pirates, but Esau fucks them up now.
Oh my gosh.
They got everything
They
set
got
up.
guns on the ship now,
Yeah,
right?
they got everything. They got barbed wire. You can't even go in there.
Jeez.
They already have the protocol. You know, Esau trains.
Jeez.
They have the training every month or whatever, every other week.
Gosh.
You know, and then once they see them, they're ready.
Light them up.
Hey, let me get this.
Engaged.
Let me read this. Let me read this in the GNT, verse 11. What you have? It says, "We'll call ourselves right, right through their laws, if we are strong enough to get what we want. No one ever got anywhere being weak." And it's funny because he basically thinks righteousness is weak, but you have that spirit on you because you couldn't do it going back to Cain. You know when like somebody will denounce something and say it's bullshit just because they can't do it? That's Esau Edom. You know what I mean?
Right, but that is one of our weaknesses, right? Like as a people, that the nation's exploited. When you go into the book of Maccabees with Judas Maccabees, that's what happened. Remember, they would attack him on the Sabbath. So our righteousness is our weakness. It is. To where people understand how they can use us and abuse us.
It's really us though.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but it's
really
gonna be our strength.
Yeah.
When we're perfect, that's your strength.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the heathens know
You're
how
right.
to use it against us.
That's why Esau, when you look up pork byproducts or pork used in how many products, it's so
They're using it against
so
us.
many because they know that that's a great sin. You know, so my toothbrush has pork.
Bro, I remember I used to kill the cheese chips. I used to love cheese chips.
Yeah.
Beer foolishness.
Yeah.
I used to love that. I buy that all the time. Crazy. I love cheeses.
Yeah, he's exploited, the sinful flesh. This man's exploited the sinful flesh. Right? Because that's what he knows. He knows that we're not, that we just sin in the flesh. He knows that. But he's accepted it. And he's taken it upon himself. Well, that's why he'll get our people into rap music. He understands sin. He understands sin.
He's a man of sin.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So imagine if let's say, these nations never saw us go off once. They'll still think we're gods like going back, pre-flood. That but because the Most High exposed us, it's like, nah, man, I'm gonna expose you in front of everybody. Like you take your woman, you strip her, and you beat her in front of everybody, and everybody's looking at her shame. That's what he did to us. Yeah, shame. And all the and that's the nations. The nations, we got stripped in front of everybody. The nations like shame. You say Yahweh was shame. You serve Yahweh was shame.
Yeah, we thought we outsmarted him.
Exactly.
Right? There was men that would have the sin offering ready, knowing that they're gonna do the sin. Right? We thought we could outsmart them.
And that's your woman trying to pull a fast one on you.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
she's smarter than
I
you.
can't wait
Try
for
to do
that
all
to die.
delete the messages. Da, 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 da.
Right, exactly.
It's the same behavior.
That we did.
Exactly.
Exactly. Slick as fuck.
So it's the,
With that behavior, then
She wiped her mouth and said I did nothing.
forgetting that the Most High is working for the man.
Say it again.
The Most High is working for the man. So the Most High will give that man insight that she's doing something.
Con. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, in that situation, just like the situation with children, the friend of the Most High sees everything you're doing.
Yeah.
So there's always an overseer seeing something.
Yeah. You're right.
The
Just
angels are around. You give
Con.
insight to the man, your woman's doing this.
yeah.
And you're just like, and then you go find it. Like, it's because the angels
Con.
guided you into that direction.
Oh yeah.
Con.
Oh yeah.
Like the thing with con. Like with my son when he the book.
Exactly.
Just like you're saying, the spirit had me just do the book. I open it and see my name. Da, 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 da.
Always.
That's why there's no
Like,
point
what
of
the
doing
fuck?
that shit.
Yep.
Right? There's no point because
Yep.
Most High sees everything you're doing. So
Exactly.
you're trying to outfool the Most High. So you're actually in delusion.
That's why
Con.
there's no point of getting mad either.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything will be revealed.
Yeah.
Everything will be revealed. Don't get mad at the bitch. Go ahead. You just curse yourself.
And they feel it too when you do that because they're like, I feel like he knows something. But he's kind of, he's too calm.
Yes.
Why is he so calm? Because I already know. The Most High's gonna, he has my back, so I just have to wait. He's gonna show me what I need to see.
And
I need
then,
to see it.
and then, really, your judgment is really not supposed to argue. Our
Yeah.
judgment
It's judgment.
for adultery is supposed to be, you know what. So
Yeah.
since you can't do that,
Yeah.
then why argue?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
It's
really
true.
arguing for naught.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut. Just wait. Wait. Yeah, you're right.
Arguing is not her judgment.
Just wait for judgment. Just wait for judgment.
Read this point.
Come.
This is Judith 5 and 17.
Ah.
15, I'm sorry, 17.
Judith?
Yeah. He said, and while they did not before their God,
Right.
they prospered because the
Yeah.
power that ate iniquity was with them.
Wow. That's a good one, man. These guys, they went into us. They studied us. Okay, you know, if they're doing good, we can't touch these guys. So we gotta get off. Get the high priest. Da 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 da. You know.
Whisper bullshit.
Exactly.
Whisper.
Whisper. Yep. That's
Yeah.
right.
Create dissension.
That's right.
Esau does the same thing now where he hires Jakes in his companies. He hires Jakes and then he gets they tell him how do you get your own people.
Yep.
Okay, do this, do this music, talk about this, because you know if it was me, yeah, I would like to get into that. Right?
Yep.
So they understand the psychology of Jake.
That's right.
Well, there's not one group that they never infiltrated.
Exactly.
Not one.
Not one tribe.
Every single. No, I'm not even talking about the tribes. I'm talking about every group that Jake ever started.
Oh, okay.
Black Panthers or this or
Con.
that. Whatever group we start gets infiltrated.
It's true.
And it's usually infiltrated by either a black woman or a so-called black man. Right? Like we all get infiltrated. The Mexicans, the
Yeah.
Latino, whatever. It's
Yeah.
them as well.
Con.
Whatever start that's supposed to uplift us, they're gonna infiltrate.
Infiltrator.
Yeah, you have the
Yep.
Latin kings.
The,
They
exactly.
started out as quote unquote revolutionary.
That's exactly what it was.
And now they're just a street gang.
What do you mean? That's exactly what it was. And look at them now.
Yeah.
All they're into is witchcraft.
Look at GOCC, an Israelite group. They got Edomites, you know, like in the churches that had wrapped up.
And then here's Nate saying that we got Edomites in GMS. So you could see that we got Edomites in GMS, but you can't see the name of the Lord. Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
And what does he mean by that? Is he talking about like
Edomites.
on the outward appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Outwardly.
Obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
And then to the mere mortals, they think that Edomite is the same as a white person.
Exactly.
That's the whole trickery.
Exactly.
You know?
This guy's a snake. Go ahead, Ak.
Yeah.
Verse 18. But when they departed, Judith 5 and verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles. Very
Remember,
short.
Yahushua is the way, right? In John 14 and 6, right? So when they've departed from Yahushua by his truth, his understanding, what was given to us, right, that thereby we get destroyed. Keep reading.
Yeah. And that's now. Back then, it was just simply the laws. That's why Yahushua was needed. It was like if we get these guys to go off on the laws and get them to turn away from the Lord, which by going off the laws they're finished, and you would have Jakes that would hide, that one Jake that hide the gold and the Babylonian garment, because usually when you go to war, your pay is what you take from the enemy, right? But that was a different kind of war where the Lord's like, no, take no pay from here.
Yeah, pretty much. He said, don't take any spoil.
Exactly.
No booty. You gotta
Yeah.
destroy and burn everything.
Yep.
Same
Exactly.
thing with the Canaanites, he said, don't leave their altars, don't leave anything, just destroy it all.
Yeah.
But Jake still, they kept some back. They said, no, they can be tributaries.
Yeah.
And they kept those Canaanites there, and then that's when their women, they started dealing with their women. And that's a main link, like you're saying, Balzar, about teaching Jake certain ways and using devices.
Yeah.
Like rap or drugs or women.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why the men sinned with the Ammonite, with the Baal Pure, the sin of Baal Pure.
Yeah.
Which is fecal ceremonies.
Yeah.
You're dealing with fecal matter.
Yeah.
That's what those guys require.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But the Ammonite woman, they seduced them.
Yeah.
Right?
And now going to what I was going to say, when you said Yahushai, now you can't do that. Because even if Yahushai, what Yahushai did already sealed the deal. That's why he came. Because we couldn't get it right. So now those men that are sealed, they're sealed in the spirit. There's nothing you can do to trip them up anymore where we can be cut off from the Lord again. So what Yahushua did is super important. And these guys, they can't see it that way. So that's why some men are going to be put to death. They're going to go that far. But then some men are going to have standards where spiritual power, and then you're going to know, okay, he's with his power because he's doing powerful things.
That's what you're saying also. That's why Esau's the carnal man, so he understands the flesh. So that's why back in those times, the liability for Israel was the flesh. Right? 'Cause he had the laws, but because you're in the flesh, you're going it's just, something's going to happen, you're going to go off, right? So that's what you're saying. That's why Yahushua had to come.
Right.
And he did it perfectly in the flesh, but it goes beyond the flesh.
Exactly.
Right? So now Esau can't get the elect because
That's right.
it's not even the flesh, it's not a carnal thing anymore.
And there's no temple to destroy.
Yeah.
Remember, they would always ransack the temple because that's where we communicate with the Most High. The temple now is the house of David, the whole full elect. So yeah,
so
you're right.
You're doing with like the pork and all that stuff. Yeah, brother's gonna go off, but hey, you just repent back to the Most High.
It's already sealed.
Back again.
Yeah, it's already sealed.
So Esau, you lost, man. You can't do anything today, like.
Yep, that's right.
Jude 5:18, it says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
And the battle is going into the wrestling. And from the beginning, Esau and Jacob became like WWE men. World was an Edomite, the world being us. You know what I mean? So from the womb, there's a tussling, a fight for rulership. Okay, so that's what you see playing out right for your eye now. Is it going to be righteousness going to reign, or is it the wickedness going to reign? But according to the scriptures, we know that the righteousness is gonna encompass the wickedness and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what you're seeing happening right now. As simple as you see this, as some black guys meet on Saturday, talking some madness. Right? You're glossing over what's true and what's to come. Right, and that's why the parables is being relinquished and being pushed away, and now we're bringing clarity on what was long hidden. Right, this mystery is now being unfolded, right, to be what even a mere mortal can understand right now, man. Right? They're dealing with immortals.
Yeah.
Right, we're still to be immortals, man. That's why the Bible speaks about regeneration, reincarnation. We're old spirits, man. Right, we're from the beginning.
Very old.
Right?
And those are those are also actual battles they would lose. Because back then, that's how you moved, right? You want to take over land, you have to go to actual war. And now you Jakes are talking about going to war with Esau. And when that happens, you're gonna be the same Jakes that wanted to go to war. Remember when Moses said, "Don't go and war against these guys," because they were spewing bad report, and they're like, "We're not gonna go up in that land." And then they were catching hell, and they're like, "You know what? We went off. Let's go back and fight." And Moses like, "No, don't go back. The Lord said you're not gonna win." They didn't listen to Moses. They went and they lost the fight. So you guys, basically, you're gonna be in a state of rebelliousness and try to take matters to your own hands, just like those same Israelites did before, and you're gonna lose. Because this is not about fighting carnally. It's about obedience. You can't just disrespect the prophets and go do your own thing.
Ephesians 6.
Right?
This is Matthew 13, read 10 and 11. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Right? Verse 11. He answered and said to them, because it is given unto you of the kingdom of heaven. So I'm going to click on the word mysteries, blue letter, and Mysterion Khan. And it's my thing slow.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on
I got it, man.
there. Eh?
I just,
Too many people?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people on
Use
it.
that dial. Yeah, use your data, brother.
Cheap.
Come on, man.
No, it's the modem is an older one.
Because they're using the Wi-Fi for the live stream, no?
That's true.
No, I'm using my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm using my data.
Oh no, my phone is using the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you're using the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it says Mysterion, as brother rightly said. The first one, it says hidden thing, secret, mystery. And it says generally mysteries, religious secrets, confided only to the initiated, right? So the one, I remember it's the word from the beginning, the initials, we're the initial beings that was created, hopefully. And not the ordinary mortals.
No.
Right? So this truth is not for the ordinary mortals, man. Okay? This is for the immortals who was from the beginning, man. And it's mainly the 1/3 and the 144,000. On this side, of course, in the kingdom, we all come back. The Bible, it was prophesied that the whole Israel shall be saved. Okay? But we're not dealing with all Israel right now. I think we got to wait for Pop Daddy, who's now, I don't know, allegedly he's now being looked at for child sacrifice and necrophilia.
Oh yeah, it's real.
Oh yeah, he definitely did that.
You see?
He definitely did that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, you're right.
So
The truth is coming out.
Gone.
Yeah, man.
So that's I don't be waiting for him.
Necrophilia, necromancy, yeah.
He ain't my brother.
No, he's definitely not.
Brotherly guy, brother love, yeah. Love to the wickedness.
Precept on that, because this is very important. He's going into the parables. That's our power talking, man. You're not looking at. You may appear to be like normal people, but we're going to see what the scripture says. This is wisdom of Solomon. Sirach, 18 and 27. It says a wise man will fear in everything. See, that's the difference between us and you. Okay, we fear Yehovah Shem Shai. Right. Simply put, man, you guys you just want to be wicked. And it is what it is. We didn't set that parameter. The Lord did. That's why our brother read that precept. He goes on to say, and in the day of sinning, all right, he will beware of his offense. So simply put, we have a representation that represents us when we go off, when we go to him, right? As the Spirit bear witness to us. Simply put, right? Okay, and then it goes on to say, but a fool will not observe the time. See, so that's the thing, right? People don't know what time we're in, right? You're looking for some strange signs, and the signs are the sign that you're supposed to get is right before you, in regards to the truth.
Yep,
right? So he goes
that's
on
right.
to say this, verse 28: every man of understanding knoweth wisdom. See, so in this time, right, in the Lord's time, at the end, right? Hey, you're looking upon us as weirdos. Right? But that's wisdom speaking to you, right? And you see the strange things. And as the brother mentioned earlier on in regards to how you look at us, all right?
No, but Kazak just read it, that they can't even see. They're blind. It wasn't even given unto them.
That's right. And it says, and will give praise unto him that found her. See, so that's the separating, that's what separates us, man.
Hey, because remember, when you don't get something, it's frustrating. And when you're not understanding something, you're trying something, you might be doing it over and over, it can be frustrating. So you could just imagine how these people feel that, like, we said earlier, that we're nobodies. And we have this scholarly knowledge, and we have abundance of it, and they can't even get a drop of it. Not even a drop.
That's why they hate us.
And our cup overflows with knowledge.
He says in Sirach 1, he gave wisdom, but he poured it on them that love him.
Do brothers ever go on their channels and see how much videos they made? Some brothers have 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 videos. That's your cup overflowing. That's knowledge, man. That's not no joke, man. That's serious.
Yeah.
These people are like in that torture. There's a torture where they don't make you drink water, and they had just a drop.
Yeah, just a drop. Yo, and that shit can fuck you up, man. Just that one.
Floki, yeah, exactly.
This truth is concentrated. You know, you gotta take a little bit at a time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even when you go to the doctor, to the hospital, and an IV, they don't squeeze it. Because it's essential nutrients, man.
IV drink.
Right? There's a Bible reference as salt, right? And that's what it is. It's salt of the earth. So saline is basically salt water, man. Right?
One more verse. It was basically broken down. It says, they that were of understanding in sayings became also wise themselves and pour forth exquisite parables. Hey, that's why we do those videos. Prophesy again, right? This thing is finished. You see, so all those things that you guys see, all the videos that come out, and those are testimonies. Hey, and they're parables. That's right. Right? And you can't get the answer unless you talk to one of these men.
Hey, that's why these guys are
Holy
going
Spirit.
against Paul. They're going against Paul because when you're in this truth and you reach a certain level, this truth is now going to be a part of you. You brothers, younger brothers, they first come into the truth. You know what you brothers do? You stick to the scriptures, which is righteous. Somebody that's been in the truth for 10, 15, 20 and up, do you know what they start to do? They start to speak the scriptures. They can reference everything with truth. And that's what Paul did. Paul was living truth. Everything that came out of his mouth was a reference to truth. That's why what Paul is just his opinion. It's just his. Well, guess what? A righteous man's advice is still righteous.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens when you're in this truth for long. It just becomes a part of you.
Yeah, and then you equate it to like you said, like Yahushua would equate this knowledge to the simple things.
Allegories.
The allegory, like the garden, the thief, the robber, because he, like you said, you just speak the truth. You see it in everything.
In everything.
Everything. Yeah. Yeah.
I got one real quick. Okay. That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
That was it. This is Romans 8:35 in the NLT. It says, can anything ever separate us from Yahushua's love? Does it mean he no longer loves us if we have trouble or calamity, or are persecuted, or hungry, or destitute, or in danger, or threatened with death? As the scriptures say, for your sake we are killed every day. We are being slaughtered like sheep. No, because it's like no, despite overwhelming victory is ours through Yahushua who loved us. And I am convinced that nothing can ever separate us from the Most High's love. Neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither our fears for today nor our worries about tomorrow.
Yeah, which goes back to what the brother Kazak was saying, that some spirits were created from the beginning. Right? So now that you're back again, we'll get from the creator, because they were
not even the powers of hell can separate us from the Most High's love.
Yeah, not even all these different generations. Those men, that rulership, and throughout, they always tend to find
the Lord
Yahweh again.
Somehow.
Certain men got killed, so that means they might have not had children, so their lineage is killed.
True.
They come back in a different.
They're coming back in a different. You get along with your family.
Yeah. Hey.
Different spirits.
Yeah.
It says no power in the sky.
But we know he's back.
It says no power in the sky above or in the earth below the love of the Most High that is revealed in Mashiach Yahushua.
And that separation is going into knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as well. Because you can't separate something that has been downloaded into us now. So when Esau's speaking, because we won't take the MOTB, well, sir, guess what? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And now when the internet shuts down, that's why it's important for brothers to learn this truth now. Because when the internet shuts down, when these things called your cell phones are no longer working, do you still have the truth? Some of you guys only have the truth because of the cell phone.
Yep.
Or because of your laptop.
Yep.
Are you going to still have the truth after everything shuts down?
Yes, sir.
Or are you just a 5G Israelite?
Is that 4K cameras?
Yeah. Hey, that's a topic right there. That's right.
The word separate in the Greek is chorizo, which means to separate, divide, part, put asunder, to leave a husband or wife, to divorce. Right?
Wow.
So you can't divorce the elect from Yahweh.
Exactly.
You can't disannul that marriage. There's a marriage that's getting ready to happen. Right? So even some men are going to die, they're going to be risen up. Okay? They're going to be, riding shotgun in the chariots. you know, with spiritual bodies
Mhm.
already,
Okay.
right? And then, and you know, so nothing can separate.
Nope.
Nothing, man. Nothing
That's
can,
right.
can you cannot disannul this marriage, man.
Hey, it's like in the scriptures, it talks about if a woman is, if a man is trying to rape a married woman and she doesn't
Scream out. Yep.
well, we're the married woman that
We're screaming.
Esau's trying to fuck with, and we're screaming.
That's right.
Nah, bro, we're not down with what you're doing.
That's right.
You ain't gonna joke me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't bending over for this.
Because we
I'm
refused that thing, right? The jump shot.
The joke.
Yeah, that's straight. We're not getting joked.
We didn't want that. It was thing I'd have to put in the chat, but West can continue.
Oh yeah, who had a preset?
Well, we didn't refuse it yet. We don't know yet. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah,
talking
that was
about it.
the first stage. But
Oh, the first stage. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Salakia. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there was a video I found, but I didn't put it in the chat yet. I have to put it in the chat.
Go ahead after.
It's like I mean, I also to the elders, point. Even not having color, like like even like the guy native like has Vegemite in GMS. So because somebody look like a certain color, that doesn't mean that they're damnation.
Mhm.
Having color is not separate us from Yahweh Yahushua.
So the IRS,
Exactly.
the
True,
IRC,
true.
like they only have so-called Negroes
Yeah.
and Latinos,
Some.
but he doesn't really push like IRC, like these white-looking J. You know, they don't want that.
But we don't know who has the thought
This
was. So
is
the
like-
color thing is going on.
This is
crazy.
complete nonsense, man.
Jeremiah 2:13 says, "For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters,
Mhm.
and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water." So we're talking about the Israelites that get frustrated, right? And the reason why is because their cistern's broken. So you can give them the truth as much as you want, but it's just gonna pour out.
Yes.
You actually can't hold it.
Exactly.
So I've seen it where you tell them and they want to get it and they can't.
Exactly.
They get very angry because you have it.
It's like a wall. It's staring at a wall.
Yeah.
Right, but it's an angel. The angel's blocking you.
Exactly. So when it's just the same thing the elder said about being a 5G Israelite. In a way, you're using the 5G as a way to kind of like a band-aid to your cistern. So when the 5G's gone, that's gone. Is your cistern like whole? Is it sound?
Exactly.
Right? Because if it's not sound, then everything's gonna pour right out. It's gonna go with the 5G. So then when everything goes to crazy and you don't have the truth, it's because you actually didn't fix your sister. Because that's the whole point. You gotta fix it.
Faking it.
Yeah, because you come into the truth. Everyone, came from the world. You were broken, right? You were broken. You came to the truth, and the truth is supposed to heal you, supposed to fix you, right? And while you're going through your walk, the water's filling into you, and then you're holding it, you're studying, everything like that. So during that time, you have it, right? Because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, whatever that is for the brother, right?
Yeah.
So,
And it's in you.
yeah, exactly. So those people that don't do that is because you weren't really a follower of Yahushua. You're just kind of just put on a performance. You're a hypocrite.
Yeah. Hey, it says that Sophia will flee an undisciplined soul. So, all right, you're in it now. And then once that time comes, Sophia's like, fuck that. It's a spirit. It's a real living entity. It understands minds and all that. So it'll just, nope, you're not one of Yahushua's.
So it's just like at work when you're during a probation period. Right?
Yeah.
The boss is there. He's like, okay, I get it. You're coming to the job. You're new. Right? I'll help you. Blah 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 blah. But there's a time when it's done. Okay, let's see what you can do.
Yep.
And if you weren't listening, you weren't taking it seriously. You're like, oh, this guy wasn't listening. Yo, fire his ass.
Yep.
Get rid of him.
Out.
Get rid of him.
I have a preset.
Con, I got something after you real quick.
1 Corinthians 2:14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of power,
That's
Straight, man.
for they are foolishness unto him.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go into Esau's birthright. What? I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Where's that microwave? Throw that minute rice in, Uncle Ben's minute rice in there. I'm hungry right now. Right?
Talking about they're on a health journey. Uncle Ben. I see a lot of health people doing it. I'm just like, you're on a health journey with minute rice in the microwave, and it's already in the plastic.
No carbs, man. No carbs.
Yo.
Most of that kind of derision, man. And they think what they're doing is, like Esau thought what he was doing was like, he's like, it's a natural man, the carnal man, man. We know that I'll wait, because this truth requires patience and suffering. So the hunger, it would be fed, but hey, it's under our franchise time.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You're getting rushed. Everything's on time, man. Even though we're saying hasten the day, right? That's a righteous thing to hasten the day. Why? Because we hate this rulership of wickedness.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a mindset.
And you got to look at it like, hey, I'm not an 11th hour Israelite. There is going to be 11th hour Israelites, people who the Most High just wakes up, bomb, right? Obviously, that's a blessing for them.
Yeah, because they don't even know the truth yet.
Exactly.
We know it now.
People who have woken up and stay on course, that's just your lot.
That's it.
It's just your lot, man.
That's it.
No.
Don't get twisted. We love it.
And you don't want to leave it to chance, because that's
Exactly. That's the point. If I had to get in and whenever I got in, perfect. You can't leave it to chance.
And that's what you think wicked. If you think, wait, maybe Elah's right. Maybe I'm not supposed to wake up. I don't know what the word is.
Yeah, let me go back into the world. Yo, I'll take you guys back in 5 years. I'll peep what's going on in 5 years.
That's right. Be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back. BRB. Yo, like when you go to the store and it says out for lunch. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Be back in 50.
Yeah.
You make your point?
No.
How about you? Make your point?
Yeah.
Okay, come.
Our precept after
No.
you.
Who had it?
You had a precept.
Yeah, but he was done?
No, I still have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Neither can you know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is judge of no man.
Wow.
And who fulfilled that? Who fulfilled that? Yahweh Shai. That's why they couldn't get him. They asked him, the religious law was like, all right, I'm mastering it, because the Pharisees found out that he shut up the Sadducees. And they're like, okay, let's bring a master in the law. He asked him, what's the greatest law? And Yahweh Shai answered the 2 laws. And Yahweh Shai gave him another question. He said, who's the son of David? Who do you think King Solomon is the son of? Because David called him my Lord. So that Yahweh Shai fulfilled that. They kept trying to come at him, but they were naturally minded Israelites.
Like Nate.
But he was a spiritual man, and he was judging everything, and he was judge of no man other than the Most High. So he fulfilled that, and then the elect are going to fulfill that too, right under him.
Last verse. For who hath known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Hamashiach.
You see, so that's it. So it just told you it was Yahweh Shai. Okay,
The order.
Exactly. It said, who has the mind of the Lord? And it says, but we have the mind of Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai had the mind of the Lord.
That's right.
The answer's in the question.
Exactly.
And it's in Revelation, because when we're being supped with, we're being supped with by Yahweh Shai. Not the spirit of Yahweh hasn't descended upon nobody for a long time.
That's
For a
right.
very long time.
2,000 plus
So
years
no
ago.
brother in GMS has the spirit of Yahweh on them. When you're in the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
Showing you levels, man.
It's levels, man.
It's crazy.
So that means we got, just like the brothers always say, there's so much more for us when the spirit of Yahweh was dealing with it.
Bro.
It said, when Moses' face was shining, that was through Yahweh.
Yeah. They had to put a veil.
Damn.
And
Literally shining.
yeah, and he didn't know. Like they had to tell him, put a veil. Like people can't, And it would
Could you
dim.
imagine the knowledge then?
Oh man.
Jeez.
Remember, he wrote what he gave us in those first 5 books was not only summarized, but it wasn't the whole thing.
No.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that he will never speak of.
Yeah, we'll get in the kingdom, Lord willing, man.
Well, there's certain things that Ezra wrote
Yep,
that he
and
couldn't
then-
reveal to people. There's certain things that John wrote.
Wow.
Yep.
The angel said
Don't write
he
this.
heard the 7 thunders and he couldn't record it. He said don't write it. Right? So, and how many more we don't know about, right?
Exactly.
Well, that's much thing that Yahusha did. All the books in the world
Couldn't contain them.
contain them. So why we know that?
Yeah,
Exactly.
all his acts.
He couldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what is that?
These people can't even digest the cherries.
Come on, man.
So why would you give them
Come
more?
on. So that story I was bringing up earlier about Israel rebelling, this is just a story I want to get for edification. I'll get in the NLT real quick. So it says, Israel's rebellion against the Lord. It says, but you rebelled against the command of the Lord, Yahweh, your power, and refused to go into the land. You complained in your tents and said, the Lord Yahweh must hate us. That's why he has brought us here from Egypt.
Yeah, which links up with Malachi 1. The
Right.
brothers brought out.
Right. And look at the prophets. You think we hate you because we're telling you to get up out of Egypt. It says, to hand us over to the Amorites and to be slaughtered. Where can we go? Oh, brothers. Sake, where can we go? Our brothers have us with their report. False teachers. That's what you're doing. 1,000 years. The MOTB is not the MOTB. You know, everything. You're demoralizing Israelites that belong to somebody else. You imagine the judgment that's good. Man, it's going to be some serious killing Yahweh's going to do. Yahweh Yahushai.
Yeah, because it says, if you love me, feed my sheep. So if you lead away his sheep,
that's money.
That's money. Astray, you're done.
That means you hate him.
Yeah,
that means you hate him.
Right. It's like it's the equivalent of robbing someone out of their business.
Yeah, correct.
Scriptures.
Deuteronomy 1:28. So it says, "Where can we go? Our brothers have demoralized us with their report. They tell us the people of the land are taller and more powerful than we are." And that's why what we're saying is outrageous.
Which they are physically.
Yeah, and they are.
Yes.
And that's why that's why it's beautiful and it takes faith, because so was Goliath to David, and so on and so forth.
So on and so forth.
The guy who no, yeah, that's a spirit. That's a spirit. Yeah, he had 3 name again. Gideon.
Yeah, Gideon.
3,000 men to get up that he stormed up to war against, I think, 10,000 men. And then the Most High, you know what?
Cut it down.
Cut that to 300. 300 men versus 10,000?
300.
Bro, the Most High really wants stunt. He's like, nah, man, watch. Because he even said, if I let you go with 3,000, Israel's going to think that they did it. I'm going to give you next to nothing so you can't deny who did it.
And then the way he did it was, he said, the men that go drink the water like a dog.
Right.
That lap it up.
Right.
Which is spiritual too. The dog.
Con. Oh, yeah, con. Oh, yeah, con.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Bruce Lee shit, man. Like, hold it.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yo, 300 men versus 10,000. All those men had a serious spirit on them to look at 10,000 men down the line. Yeah, we're going to take all of them out. That's serious.
That's 300 before the actually.
300. Exactly. Exactly.
They have the same spirit in them. When you see them, they're like, yo, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, they were the same people. They're Israelites.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
The Lord has 144,000 elect men reserved, right?
Yeah.
These other nations, they'll have like 1,000,000 man stars.
Oh, yeah.
Army.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, just
right.
ready to go.
They got AI.
Yeah.
Ready to go for them. Before they go.
Yeah. Drones, right?
Yep.
So it's like the Lord, he doesn't need, it's not, strength in numbers.
Exactly.
More is plenty of us.
Exactly.
You know? That's how the Lord operates, like to show his power.
That's
And
right,
that's
man.
what
That's
the,
right.
the prophet said. There's more with we than with them.
Yes, the chariots.
But they couldn't see it.
Couldn't see it.
Couldn't see it.
Which means the reason why the Most High sets it up like that, because he wants you to have faith. If what's the point of having faith if you're already set up? The scriptures tell you what faith is. If you can see it, you can map it out in your mind. You're not going to really believe.
And we all have guardian angels, but some brothers' guardian angels are no joke.
Serious.
Some spirits are greater than other spirits.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Some angels are not. All angels are not on the same level.
Yeah, and that angel has to match that prophet's temperament. So you're right. So like Jonah's angel, you can imagine he was a stubborn prophet. But his angel has to be very stern.
Yes.
Because he's set up with Jonah.
So true.
You know?
Got to know how to break him.
David's angel.
When he was a boy.
Yeah.
Wrestling, you know?
Yeah, getting out of.
When you read in the Josephus, it goes into a little detail about how the sheep was taken by the lion, and then he went to get the sheep back, and then the lion pounced on David, but David took him by the tail and pounced him on the ground. You just took it like in the cartoons, you just bam, bam. You know?
Bro.
That's a heavy spirit.
Yeah, that happened by himself. So that was like
as a boy.
As a boy, yeah.
So it increased his faith, so then
of course.
the lion's like, what?
This ain't shit.
Yeah, let's
this
go.
ain't shit.
Did a lion, a bear? What do you mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
Animals were bigger back then.
Way back.
Way bigger. Way
bigger. Like now, like
360.
Well, I'm saying when it pounces on you.
Oh, okay.
It knocks the wind out of you. You're done.
That makes sense.
And it was spiritual too, because he became the sheep herder.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
The sheep. And when you take a prey away from a lion,
bro, that's
You just agitated that.
Yeah, you just agitated them. Yeah.
It's my food.
That's what hyenas do, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they don't eat every day.
Yeah.
They don't, but that's what I was about to say. They don't eat every day.
Yeah, they're on a hunger warpath.
So I'll finish this up. So it says, where can we go? Our brothers have demoralized us with their report. They tell us the people of the land are taller, more powerful than we are, and their towns are large, with walls rising high to the sky. We even saw giants. They're the descendants of Anak.
Yeah, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
That's right.
Right, so yes, it's true. These people are taller, they're stronger than us. But guess what? We have Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right.
That's right. That's right, man.
And then all they do is taunt the Lord more. Oh, you have the sky daddy.
Yes.
You guys have this, you have this.
Just like Goliath.
You know, like all talking all this shit.
Yep.
It says
No.
Yeah, it says weapons for warfare is not carnal. Right? Yahweh ain't carnal.
And we don't even understand that yet.
God.
Because we're not even in the time of our spiritual blessings, even though we do have spiritual power already
I know what you mean.
through the truth.
Yeah. It's
We
gonna
already have it.
Yeah, it's gonna
but
manifest.
we don't have it
I know what you mean.
yet.
Yep.
But we spiritually, brothers are strong, man. Like
Yep.
I hear it, I see it. We don't have the full potential.
Yep.
Right? Even just like you mentioned, patience. Patience is a spiritual blessing.
Yeah.
It's not just a regular thing. Spiritual blessing. So we're starting to get these things.
Well, Yahushua came with spiritual power.
Yeah.
In a carnal body.
Wow.
Yes. The Lord trusted him.
You're
Different
right.
level.
He could have just hey, fuck you guys.
Isn't that what he said?
You're right.
He said that. He's like, yo, I can call
a thousand.
Don't you know?
That's why a lot of times he just did his own thing. He left
Wow.
people.
Oh yeah, remember he
He just
disappeared?
meditated.
Wow.
You know, he just went to a quiet place and just
Yeah.
want to be away from people.
Wow.
Because people agitate him.
And he might,
You know?
yeah.
Just well, flesh.
Yeah.
Let me get away from you.
They were trying to push him off the mountain.
You said that the angel that's controlling his brother's spirit
Yeah.
is a strong angel. Right?
Yeah.
So Yahweh had the back of the Most High. You know?
Right, the Most High, yeah.
Only he can control it. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Because he thought about it. He don't want to take it done.
Easy.
And even one time they fell back, right?
Yeah.
Who do you say I am? Yeah.
They hit him in the force, man.
He probably used some strength when he turned the money changers table.
They've never seen something like that.
You know, like,
Yeah.
you know?
I never seen
He
something like
said
that.
he whipped him.
Yeah.
He took the
Caught 9 things. Yep.
That goes into like that saying that
That was
says,
so much fun.
like with much power comes much responsibility.
Yeah.
Right? So like when I think it was Peter when he was with Yahushua, he smoked that centurion's
Yeah.
because he's like, yo, it's not time for that right now.
Right.
Israelite. The ears he took off was
Israelite?
Yeah.
Israelite. Look it up. And I'll tell you he was an Israelite.
Con.
Oh yeah, it was a priest.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Yahushua
Yeah.
you could have wiped everyone out. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not time for that right now.
Right.
Put your sword
Being
back.
very you're showing like, yo, you have the power.
You just gotta
It's not-
be-
you gotta be responsible.
Yeah.
It's not time right now. You gotta be patient.
Imagine me how I would have been like, Con!
Yeah, I know.
Peter was like, ah!
Oh, would have been a massacre.
Holy.
But then he made a good point because he said, "He who lives by the sword dies by the sword." So a good point was made.
Yeah.
And it's very true.
And that's really for us now in this time.
It's really for us right now.
Yahushua is telling you.
Yeah,
Back
because-
then, everybody had sword.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
Con. It wasn't like, yeah, you're right.
And it's a temptation too. It's a temptation to kill you niggas. So like it.
and it's a false security. You might feel a little more.
It's a false security. It
having
is.
that,
I know
you
it's a false security. Yeah, man. It's 100% a false security.
Scriptures also say, Yahushua said, if this kingdom were mine, my servants would fight.
Jeez.
Yes.
Yeah, con.
Man.
Jeez.
Yo, like, so verse 29, Deuteronomy 1 and 29, it says, "But I said to you, don't be shocked or afraid of them. The Lord Yahweh your power is going ahead of you. He will fight for you just as you saw him do in Egypt." So that's why we don't gotta fuss or worry, even though it might happen in the flesh, but you overcome it through faith. Because the Most High is already predestined. Everything's already written. It's already written. They're gonna lose. You know, I'm already going ahead of you, like he did with I think the mulberry trees. Who was that? What king was that? He's like, when you hear the ruffling of the mulberry trees, then you go and fight against these guys. Because the angels went already and took a couple people out. But going on, it says, verse 31, "And you saw how the Lord Yahweh your power cared for you all along the way as you travel through the wilderness, just as a father cares for his child. Now he has brought you to this place. But even after all he did, you refuse to trust the Lord Yahweh your power. Who goes before you looking for the best place to camp, guiding you with a pillar of fire by night and a pillar of cloud by day?
Hey, and we need that now because we can talk all the shit we want about Esau, but we can't defeat their army. We can't defeat their navy. We can't defeat the Marines. And they didn't even send the drones yet. They didn't even send their robots yet. Those are all serious people. Every man that I just mentioned are serious killers, trained killers. They'll pick you off from 1,000 yards. The men don't play. The men are training right now as we speak.
Like that guy did a video on. He was in special
Forces. Yeah.
And this guy gets nostalgia. He gets like a dopamine hit when he rethinks of the good old days. He's like, it doesn't matter who you brought, man. Just bring everybody. We'll kill them all.
Yeah, exactly. And it's true.
Just kill them
They'll
all.
kill everything, man.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Someone's like, what's the opposite of PTSD? This nigga loves it. Yeah, that's Esau. He
That's
loves
Esau.
it, bro.
He loves it, man.
It's not like that movie American Sniper where
Yeah.
flashbacks. No, his flashbacks are
He's happy. He's happy.
Let's go.
He's happy.
You know?
Con.
That guy is probably maybe a Jake then.
No, he goes in Psalm 17 and 13.
The sword.
The sword.
Yeah, that's Esau, man.
He started there.
No, Jake gets bugged out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Jake gets bugged out,
Yeah.
PTSD and shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
Like, why am I doing this?
No, this guy has the opposite of PTSD. He has
Right.
fond memories.
He loves it.
Esau, he lives for this shit.
Con. And that, yeah, it's like I was just gonna say, that king I mentioned was King David, actually. The water.
Oh, okay, come on.
Yeah, it's King David.
Well, it was just to add to what Elder Howard said that they're training right now with their warfare and their guns. Right? We're also training right now too. We're doing spiritually.
True.
Yep.
True.
Yep.
So while they're doing carnally, we're doing spiritually.
And that's why they're gonna.
true.
Yep. You're right.
But that's that carnal law. You know when they say speak to yourself, good things, affirmation.
Yes.
All these things affect you down to the cell.
Yes,
So
it does.
If we're constantly meditating on these troubles and things that are going to come.
Yes.
The Lord is also working on us, conditioning us.
That's right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Putting us in the right mind frame. Because these people, it says they're going to be caught as a thief in the night.
In the night.
Man, we're about to go through next heights.
We already we know a lot of things that's going to happen.
Yep.
Especially because, you know, the Elder Howard brought up before, this was last week, we were spiritual men, so we're dealing with spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
So when those things happen, because a lot of spiritual stuff, demons, apparitions, people bugging out, it's just demons and spirits jumping on people. So when we see it, it's like, okay, I know what that is.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I know what that is.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
The women are not, that's why they're going to be bugging out. They're going to see this man just calm. Like, what the hell?
They're gonna know that there's power.
Yeah, so I follow him.
At Job, at destruction we shall laugh.
Famine.
Because we're seeing the scriptures that we've been laboring,
Playing out.
playing out.
Hey, bro, when the Lord wants to, he can thin that line between the spiritual.
That's right.
Easy.
And he can just make people see, like he just said that weeks ago. Spirits flying everywhere, just different demons, bug little things.
You're the one who put me on Jacob's ladder. I never knew what real Jacob's ladder was until I came to the truth, man. And it's true. When you get to see the spiritual world, there's everything going on.
Yep.
There's a world happening around us.
Yep.
That's what animals see.
Yep.
They'll be wondering why the animal looking over there. There's nothing there. The animals see something. Yeah. What is he barking at? Animals know, bro.
Come on. So I'll finish this up. So it says.
Hey, like they said, before destruction comes, birds fly away.
Yeah.
Before the destructions even
They
come,
can.
birds sense it.
Yep.
It happened in what was it? Is it South Carolina when that all of those hurricanes was happening? The black bears were climbing the trees.
Damn.
And the birds were fleeing.
That's spiritual, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Deuteronomy 1:34. When the Lord Yahweh heard you complaining, he became very angry. So he solemnly swore, not one of you from this wicked generation will live to see the good land I swore to give your ancestors. Except Caleb, son of Jephunneh, he will see this land because he has followed the Lord Yahweh completely.
And then you got bugged out Christians adding more sin to yourself, talking about Caleb was an Edomite. That wasn't no Edomite.
That's right.
No.
That's right. I will give to him and his descendants some of the very land he explored during the scouting mission. And the Lord Yahweh was also angry with me. This is Moses speaking, because of you. He said to me, and that's why leaders are strict. That's why your leaders are strict. Because it even tells you in the scriptures, and they're balanced, but they can be strict. It tells you in the scriptures that the leaders, or that you're supposed to understand that the leaders also have a master in heaven. We all have a master in heaven. But look at everything that Moses went through leading Israel. It the one that the Lord chose to bring out of Egypt, not to see the land that was promised. You know, so of course, you know, when you Jakes, you get mad at us, you know, rebuking these other camps for what they're doing. Hey, if we don't do what we're supposed to do, the blood's on our hands, because we have the knowledge, we have the truth, starting with apostles on down. You know.
Was this in scripture said dependent of the gospel?
Yep.
Right. So it's all scriptural, man. It's not based on our feelings. If we don't like Nate because he's black.
Well, we hate wickedness, though.
Yep. Exactly.
We hate wickedness. Doesn't matter if you're an Edomite or a Jake. Like, hey, when we rebuke, we're not just rebuking because it's a job. We feel that. That's anger and hate towards wickedness. That's why you feel it and you get angry. And if you're right, you'll repent. And if you're not, you're like, yo, I want to kill this guy. Fuck this guy.
Certain spirits can feel it. When you come in a room, they don't like you.
Yeah.
Right away, you can feel it off of them. It's like, all right, I already know, man. Like, okay, yeah, you have a problem with me. I don't care though.
Yep.
Yeah, right? I don't care, but it's just it's a spirit that's with you, right?
That's right.
Something with you. So
You got a fucking inferiority complex.
yeah.
Look at you, you know, size you up and
Yeah. They're just mad with how shy because you're following him. So if you're mad with me, you're really mad with him because I'm following what my master's telling me to do.
That's right. That's right.
So really, you have a problem with him.
That's right. That's
and
right.
he's gonna deal with you, like you said. He'll fight your battles for you. It's like I don't have to do anything, man, because I'm not carnal. I'm spiritual. So I'll just let him deal with you on his own.
That's right. So 37 said, the Lord Yahweh was also angry with me because of you. He said to me, Moses, not even you will enter the promised land. Instead, your assistant Joshua, and it was all spiritual too.
Yeah, it was spiritual.
It was spiritual, really. And instead, well, first, it says, instead, your assistant Joshua, son of Nun, will lead the people into the land. Encourage him, for he will lead Israel as they take passion over it, of it. I will give the land to your little ones, your innocent children. You were afraid they would be captured, but they will be the ones to occupy it, who occupy it. As for you, turn around now and go through the wilderness towards the Red Sea, right? So they were complaining, and they were supposed to go take the land of Canaan, and then they're like, no, we can't do it. And Moses, the Lord told Moses, okay, go back in the wilderness, right? Because they're going to go in circles until that generation dies off. And this is what they say. This is how Israel rations with themselves. It says, then you confess, we have sinned against the Lord Yahweh. We will go into the land and fight for it. So let me continue on. And it says, as the Lord Yahweh, our power, has commanded us, so your men strapped on their weapons, thinking it would be easy to attack the hill country, but the Lord Yahweh told me to tell you, do not attack, for I am not with you. If you go ahead on your own, you will be crushed by your enemies. This is what I told you, but you wouldn't listen. Because at first, the Lord's like, yo, go attack. And they're like, nah, I'm not going to do that, Then you got judged, and they're, oh, fuck, I fucked up. Okay, you're right. I'm going to go attack. No. Don't go attack. I'm not with you. What? No, fuck you. I'm going to go attack anyways. Disobedient.
That's exactly.
That's all it is. Disobedient. So basically, you got Jake being rebellious now, and when that doors of mercy are shut, then they're gonna see the light and try to get right. It's the same thing you're doing back then. You're doing now. You should have been listening when the Lord told you to listen, but now you want to do what the Lord told you to do when He's not with you. And you wonder why these nations look at us the way they do.
And they should be praising Moses. Because the Lord was about to do a reset, factory reset on Israel.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. And Moses intervened in the spirit.
That's right.
Lucky.
That's right.
Lucky.
And guess what? That directed fight throughout all generations.
Right.
So in the kingdom, that's another thing to keep 2/3 head low for a little while.
That's right.
You gotta think about that. You gotta think about
that,
different,
yeah.
all kinds of ages of things that they went through.
Yeah, stoning of the prophets, but you're right.
And then in the dark ages when they
All kinds of shit going on.
Killing your house.
Yeah. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
Second Ezra 9
I
and
kinda like
11.
it. Go ahead.
I'm almost done this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get back to it.
Second Ezra 9 and 11. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty.
There you go.
And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them,
Right.
understood not, but despised it.
Right.
That word loathe is hate. Right?
Yep.
That's right.
You should have just chilled back and not go and just deal with your sin, and deal in that shame. But they didn't want to sit in the shame, so they want to rectify it quickly instead of letting patient work a perfect work and be disobedient. The Most High jacked them up. So it says, "This is what I told you, but you wouldn't listen. Instead, you again rebelled against the Lord's Yahweh's commands and arrogantly went into the hill country to fight."
Yeah,
But-
you said again.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Jake's rebellious, man.
Yep.
You know, and those spirits are back today. You know, scoffing in the comment boards. You know, talking all kind of garbage. Oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Who ordained you a prophet?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's Jake's.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's Jake.
Yep. And yo, that's heavy
Should
because
agree. Yeah.
that's heavy because they were saying that to Moses when they were seeing the miracles.
Yeah.
When they were seeing like Moses lead,
Yeah.
going through, they were still saying that.
Well,
So you can't help these guys.
Moses took too long on Mount Sinai. And they said, "Get the calf, get the golden calf."
That's why the scripture says you can't serve the Lord and Mammon.
Yep.
Because Jake's God is really money. Right? So it's not about the miracles that we could do. It's about what they can receive. Right? If we were able to buy Jake, if every brother who joined GMS got a Ferrari, they would think that the Lord is with us.
Your welcome bonus.
Right? That's all it takes to really sign over as Jake. Because you have to remember, every Jake that's
Yeah, that's true too because you know even back then like you had riches. It's not like we were lacking. We came out filthy rich. We came out. That's why we were able to build that golden calf. Came out filthy rich. So we were rich. The Most High set us up. Like He tells you in Ezekiel 16, I clothed you. I bought you leather. I did everything. You had no excuse to say anything, but you still said something.
Yep, just like a woman.
That's
just
it.
like a woman.
Just like
and they couldn't wait 40 days, man. It was just 40 days he was up there.
Yep.
You know?
Like you
40
think if you're
40 days.
you would think if you're rich you're a lot more patient.
I'm tired of I'm tired of this bread. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. And you're seeing the big cherry.
That's what I'm saying. That
During
that's what I'm saying. They saw all of those things.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. We're just here sitting. What are you doing? You know.
All this money.
We had everything.
Oh, come on.
Crazy.
No, just saying, we had everything. The Most High gave us all of the
Everything,
quail,
everything,
right?
everything.
Yeah, but that's why I made the video on Lot's wife, because the people who leave, when this place gets destroyed, just like when these other kingdoms get destroyed, people are thinking about what they would be doing in that kingdom. They're not thinking forward.
Yes,
forward.
you're right. You're right.
We do that.
That's right. Yeah.
When we're dealing with brothers, high holy days, we're drinking, we're talking about future events.
Yep. That's
We're
right.
talking about what we're gonna do. I'm telling brothers, yo, I can't wait for brothers to come over. I'm gonna give you guys a concubine.
Yeah,
We're gonna do this. Jake is thinking about what they're doing back then.
Yeah.
That's why Jake sit down and talk about the old days.
Just like Egypt, talking about Egypt and
That's why they're in the wilderness. They're just, yo, you know what I'll be doing right now?
them leaks.
Yeah, I'll be eating a camel right now.
You know? Yeah.
I'll be curry that down.
Remember, I used to have you over for the camel barbecue.
Shit, man.
Everything upstairs.
Yeah.
7th floor.
Yes, you remember?
We secured it.
Yeah.
Yo, not thinking about the land flowing with milk and honey.
Right.
Because if you're thinking about the land flowing with milk and honey, you're gonna be like, yo, we finally get our own.
Right.
Why would I want to go back to Egypt?
We have an inheritance.
Right.
You know. The hell?
No faith, man.
And the power of everything is
Yo
right
is
there.
with us.
Talking to
On top
Moses.
of it, yeah, exactly.
Ruling.
All you had to do was
ruling.
All you had to do was wait for
Just
a moment.
sit.
You know,
Just sit.
wait through the moment, a brief moment
That's it.
of uncomfortable.
That's
But
it.
remember, we couldn't because at that time we were chilling with people like Nate
Heathens.
Saint. We were chilling with heathens. We were
Yeah.
chilling with the black consciousness people.
But light was
They
there.
probably had the
Polite
eye of
was
Ra.
there.
They probably had
Polite
that
was there.
drawing the eye of Ra in his eyes.
Yes.
Looking
yes.
bugged out as hell, man.
Remember?
Yeah, remember?
Okay, I'll finish this up. It
That's
says-
why in this time now, the Lord is only dealing with
Yeah.
the hopeful elect.
That's right.
Whoever they are, those
That's right.
righteous men.
says, but oh yeah. Come.
The word arrogant in the etymology, it says disposed to give oneself undue importance.
What word was that again?
Arrogant.
So they're just giving themselves like importance that they're like higher than the Most High.
Right.
That's why they did what they did.
Yeah.
They said they're higher than Moses.
Oh, yeah.
We're the leaders.
Yeah, because they were jealous at the end of the day. They wanted his power, they wanted his position, but they didn't understand the responsibility that came with that position.
Exactly.
Yeah, because when the chair came down, they're like, oh, no, Moses, you go talk to him.
Mm-hmm. But I thought you wanted his seat.
Exactly.
Fucking Negro.
People love pizza.
Fuck.
People love pizza.
Blacks.
Yo.
What does the scripture say?
Huh?
In the day of that power, my people shall be willing.
That's right. That's right, man.
It says, verse 44.
No, it's not too late. The brother's right, because that's how you deal with Jake. You don't deal with Jake according to talk. You have to deal with Jake according to power.
That's right.
And judgment. That's right, man.
That's right.
That's just how you deal with our people.
That's it. That's the only way we get it.
Yeah. When we go in, like when the elect comes back down,
yeah.
They're gonna say what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
And some people are gonna be, who the fuck are you?
Boom.
And then
boom.
Right away.
Head split.
First
boom.
kill, maybe 10 kill. Okay. Just like what the brother said, it has to be like that with Jake. Jake don't understand nothing else.
You're right.
I hear your thoughts.
Done.
You know?
Go ahead. You get
Even
yours.
in that movie, Chronicles of Riddick, the second one, that's what happened when the Lord Marshal was there, and you're like, oh, you have to bend down. What is his faith in? We have our own. And there's multiple religions there, and then one guy he tried to overthrow what he was talking. So he's like, oh, who's this Lord Marshal? Whatever. Yo, the man just checked him, took his spirit out of his body.
Simple. Quickly, man. Quickly.
So Deuteronomy 1:44. But this is the last two verses. But the Amorites who lived there came down against you like a swarm of bees. And then the scripture say he's coming down damn.
In the
Not-
Psalms? What, bees?
No, how Esau's gonna come down. Kind of said it like how he said, like a swarm, like a troop.
Oh.
Like a flood. Yes, a flood. Yes, a flood. Come, okay, the enemy shall come like a flood. It's the same thing. So, but the Amorites who lived there came out against you like a swarm of bees. They chased and battered you all the way from Seir to Hamar. Then you returned and wept before the Lord Yahweh, but he refused to listen.
That's right, of course.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because those are crocodile tears.
Con.
You know, you're pleading, you're begging, you're
Bullshit.
praying, and it's all bullshit.
You just need to go.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that Yahweh have set forth the apostle last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and unto angels, and to men. We are fools for Yahweh's sake. For ye are wise. We are weak, but ye are strong. Right? So we're not we're looked down upon in this sinful world. And the Lord is going to give us the upper hand, even though we look, like we all have different infirmities and.
How is it you have to have the hedges there?
People used to come up, they're like, you guys got a Bible?
Right.
You guys got a free Bible?
Yeah.
They always wanted something, man. Just stand there and listen, man. I got a quick one, just to build off you, Amath.
Con.
This is Numbers 14:26 in the NLT. It says, then the Lord Yahweh said to Moses and Aaron, how long must I put up with this wicked community and its complaints about me? Yes, I have heard the complaints the Israelites are making against me. Now tell them this, as surely as I live, declares the Lord, I will do to you the very things I heard you say. You will all drop dead in this wilderness, because you complain against me every one of you who is 20 years old or older and was included in the registration will die.
Right.
You will not enter and occupy the land I swore to give you.
And that's prophetic to now. We're in the proverbial wilderness. And the same sentence is out on these 2/3. You're not going to occupy, you're not going to have the first class seats in the kingdom of heaven.
And all they had to do, like I said, was get through a short stretch of uncomfortableness.
That's right. That's right.
That's why the Lord, he said, you can't do 40 days, I'll make it 40 years. Simple, man. The Lord's poetic, bro. 40 days Moses was up there. We don't know how long before they said, yo, get the calf. May have been a week.
Yo.
You know?
It might have started the
might have been
first
5
week.
days.
You're right.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't know. Verse 30, you will not enter and occupy the land I swore to give you. The only exceptions will be Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, the son of Nun. You said your children would be carried off as plunder. Well, I will bring them safely into the land, and they will enjoy what you have despised. But as for you, you will drop dead in this wilderness.
Hey, even scriptures like this proves that God doesn't even love his own people. Right? There's certain people that the Most High deals with, and there's certain people even among Israel.
Yeah.
Because right then and there, God should have just, oh, God loves everybody. God loves everybody. That's all that should have been.
He understands your
yeah, exactly.
nature. Yep.
Yeah, he don't love you 2/3 right now.
Of Israel.
That's right.
Verse 33, and your children will be like shepherds, wandering in the wilderness for 40 years.
Good.
In this way, they will pay for your faithlessness until the last of you lies dead in the wilderness. Because your men explored the land for 40 days, you must wander in the wilderness for 40 years.
Man.
A year for each day. suffering the consequences of your sins. Then you will discover what it is like to have me for an enemy. That's
Yo, Most High is bad, bro.
Al-Ashad, demon-like power.
And we're suffering.
Demon-like power.
We're suffering right now because of people as well, because of our people.
And us.
Because
and
of,
us.
of course, I'm not excluding ourselves, but our people have put us in this predicament. Because we've always chosen Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but our people have always tried to kill the prophets, kill the Savior. Right? But we have to go through this suffering just because of all of that.
Yeah. Well, it starts with us because remember, it's the sons of God, right? The elect, they're the first fruits. These are the first fruits of everything. Just like Solomon, he went into everything.
But I understand what how it's.
I know. I get.
In the ancient world, the prophets were there saying, "Yo, you guys are going off. You're doing this." The princes, the nobles, the rulers are just scoffing, talking shit.
They always
we're getting rich. What are you talking about? You're talking with the Babylonians. They're not gonna come. Hold on, real quick. It says, verse 35. I, the Lord Yahweh, have spoken. I will certainly do these things to every member of the community who has conspired against me. They will be destroyed here in this wilderness, and here they will die. The 10 men Moses had sent to the ones who incited rebellion against the Lord with their bad report.
Right.
And we're coming into that time where any little joking thing, any members that are first, second, third command, and you take orders for jokes, or you just the demon jumps. You're coming into the time where swift judgment is coming.
Boom.
You think it's a game, and the Most High, boom. You drop dead.
Hey, that's the spirit of Nimrod, right? Being a mighty hunter, trying to take away souls. Right? That's all it is. It's all of that spirit of deception, man. Trying to lead people astray.
It says, the 10 men Moses had sent to explore the land, the ones who incited rebellion against the Lord with their bad report, were struck dead with a plague before the Lord. Of the 12 who had explored the land, only Joshua and Caleb remained alive.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep. And that's the 2 kingdoms.
Exactly. I was just thinking that. Yep.
That was it.
Okay, Matthew 12:36, it says, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of the judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So just to add what the elder was saying, when they made that agreement, right? So you made a verbal agreement to Yahweh Shem Shai. So you can't come out and say, oh, you know what, I changed my mind. No, once you say that, that's it. Because Moses is the same way. He's by his word. If he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. So, I mean, as his people, you should try to do the same thing. So you have to be careful also with what you say.
Like, yeah.
Most times listening.
Yeah.
I can speak for myself. I said things and then right away you judge me right away. You
Yeah.
put me in a test right away. It's like, okay, you said this, you said you would do this in this situation, here it is.
Yeah.
Right? Are you gonna do it?
Yeah. Of
course.
So the Most High, he's very serious.
Yep.
Right? That's what they go about back in the ancient times, men, it was just about the word.
Yeah, the word in your balls.
Exactly.
It's their testimony.
Exactly.
To testify.
The word is bond.
Tessie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the guy that had to kill his daughter.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
he made a promise.
That was yeah.
And he knew he's like,
And the Most High
Yeah.
does those
Yeah, true.
Like we make promises with the Most High all the time. The Most High doesn't know about contracts. We're so in the Babylonian kingdom that we don't understand verbal contracts anymore. It's serious back then. Men would die for their word. They didn't play with that. Like we're playing with that now, but that's serious back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You tell a man you're good.
I was just playing.
Yeah, I'm just playing. That's why Judah honored what's her
Tamar.
name?
No, not Tamar.
Because remember
his
she bought like
daughter.
the bracelets.
Me.
Yeah, you're more righteous than I
Than me.
am.
It was Tamar.
Yeah.
Tamar. Yeah.
Abraham did the same
That
thing.
was it?
Oh yeah, that was it.
I just wanted to finish up verse 39 in the same thing, Numbers 14. It says, when Moses reported the Lord's words to all the Israelites, the people were filled with grief. Then they got up early the next morning and went to the top of the range hills. Let's go, they said. We realize that we have sinned, but now we're obeying the Lord's orders to return to the wilderness. Up into the land now, you will only be crushed by your enemies because the Lord is not with you.
Most I said, I'll seal it.
Somebody got some. I got some. Somebody got it. No. So this is
Somebody get, what is that one? Luke
No, I got
19
some.
and 27?
Oh, okay.
No, you can get that.
Okay, come.
But that one, those my enemies that will not have me rule.
Right. This is Ezekiel 7 and 24 in the NLT. It says, I will bring the most. Yeah, I said, I will bring the most ruthless nations to occupy their homes. I will break down their proud fortresses. So all the houses, all the things that, you Jakes, especially you wicked teachers of Israel have built up for yourself, Esau's the Most High is getting ready to put the spirit on Esau to take that away.
Wow.
Because at the end of the day, yes, you're living good with Esau and stuff, but you're still a Jake.
Hey, just like them people in Hollywood. Just
Exactly.
the other day.
Right.
There were a lot of Jakes.
Exactly.
In Los Angeles that lost their homes.
Exactly.
And some rich to do Jakes.
Exactly. That's right. So all your fortresses, everything down. It says, and defile their sanctuaries. So all your gods, everything you believe in, it's going to come to naught.
That's right.
So it says, verse 25, terror and trembling will overcome my people. They will look for peace, but not find it.
And you know where Jake finds peace? That's why you got to get Ecclesiastes. They find peace in their jobs. But the Most High said that the grinding shall cease. But you niggas, especially you nigga women, you find peace in your work.
It's true.
You get to get up every day and go work your nice little cushiony jobs, and that's where your strength is.
That's right.
I don't need no man. I'm independent.
That's right.
You really saw a sample of that. Oh, I was just gonna say you saw a sample of that during the lockdowns.
That was a good time.
Yeah. You got the Luke, right?
Yeah.
Let me just finish this. It says,
yeah. And she glorifies her plaques. She got them plaques up with her name.
Master.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She glorifies that.
You'll see in their Instagram, social media, they'll have in their bio, they're a nurse or
Yes. RNA. Yeah.
And I'll take the picture of the with the Altameda.
Yeah, of course.
Alma mater,
Alma mater, yes.
Yep.
and it says, verse 26, calamity will follow calamity. Rumor will follow rumor. They will look in vain for a vision from the prophets.
Hey, because remember, Jake right now just think that they had a bad year last year, not knowing 2025 is going to be worse. Because they think that 2025 is going to redeem the year before.
And yes.
Because remember, that's what That's when, remember when Esau opened up everything? Niggas were outside. They're like, I gotta make up for all the time. We were locked up.
My boss gave me a raise.
Yeah.
And it's true because a lot of people I trained, you know, they said I spent a lot of time learning about things. That's why when they came out of it, they started their own businesses and got into this and got into that. So it was almost like their so-called enlightenment age.
Of course it was.
They see that shows you how duped you are because you saw that calamity as a position to you to, you know, do good, you know, learn something, to go into the world and thinking that, like you said, that time is done with.
Went right back to their old selves.
Exactly. Double down on being more.
Double down on being wicked.
All that did is gave you time to how to be more wicked.
Jeez.
That's all it did.
I agree with you saying.
Yep.
The men of the Lord just do that on the right hand side because you look at when Joseph, when he his brothers, everything that happened, he went to prison.
Yeah.
That was a time of isolation for him. But he just did it righteously. He came out of it and became a better, he grew, right?
Yeah, yes.
Men of the Lord do it on the right hand side, these people are on the left hand side. So when they do this, become more wicked.
That's right.
Because they're doing it in the world. The only way to get better in the world if you're out there is to be more wicked.
That's right.
Sin to win.
Sin to win.
Take that for a lesson. I'm taking that. Don't do a lesson.
You gotta sin to win, brother. Sin to win.
Okay. And finishing up, it says, calamity will follow calamity, rumor will follow rumor. They will look in vain for a vision from the prophets. They will receive no teaching from the priest. So no more videos, right?
Yeah, famine in the word.
Right?
Yeah.
No counsel from the leaders. The king and the princes will stand helpless. So your top teachers, right? They say that it's not coming and all this stuff. Umar. And it says, well, even like Nate, Alizar, all these top teachers, and
they're going to be exposed.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Helpless, weeping in despair, and the people's hands will tremble for fear.
Of course.
I will bring on them the evil they have done to others.
That's
And they will receive the punishment that they so richly deserve. Richly. Yeah. Yeah.
Scripture say, they shall faint of thirst.
Right.
Wander from east to north.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which is like mainly through the internet, trying to, or other people.
Yeah.
Right, trying to find out.
What about those? Where's GMS? You know. Yeah. Yeah. Because hey, everybody, you got all kind of different camps on the corner, but the Lord is saying the majority of camps out there that are on the corner are actually lying to you.
That's right.
You know, so those guys, you have followers, they have followers, and then your followers, the way these Israelites are going to be turned to, those that are of the elect, they're going to be turned to GM and really the truth, Yahweh Shai, is because their leaders are going to be helpless. Then they'll be like, fuck, I remember when GMS was saying this, da-da-da-da. Or the apostles, you know,
Yeah, you know what's
the
funny?
affiliates too.
You know what's funny too? A lot of people, their spirits are just going to be broken. So a lot of people, they're going to perish. Some of the Most High that has elect in those different groups, they'll be saved.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, their spirit will be broken. Like, I
Yeah.
can't listen to anything that an Israelite says or whatever the case is.
Yeah, it's true.
They're just going to be so heartbroken.
Yeah.
I was 10 years with this guy. I was 20 years with the thing. You know, I put my whole spirit into this.
Yeah.
They're just going to be broken.
That's how you create an atheist. That's what happens to a lot of people. They're hurt by the church system, or they're hurt by a religious leader.
Yeah.
It's true. And then they blame the Most High.
Some ex-IUIC members, they become Christians.
Exactly. They go back to Christianity.
So they're double rejected.
Yes, exactly.
Yahweh
You're double
said,
rejected.
you made them twofold twice the child of hell.
Exactly.
You know what kind of blood that's on your hands?
Oh yeah, I've seen it happen, man.
Bro, the way the Most High is going to kill these guys is not
Especially
slow.
when people lose a loved one, then they start to blame God. Yeah.
There's already been two visions with him, Nate.
Yeah, right.
The same thing happened in both of the visions.
Are you talking about the oil and him getting beat up?
Not the
Or?
oil. The men that, I think one was, both GMS, or no, one was where Nate, there's a guy back in the day where he said that he had a dream about Nate getting
Beat up?
Back.
Yeah.
And the brother in GMS said he had a dream where he saw Nate walking and he thought he was getting his ass beat by his people. So
exactly.
this is twice you're hearing the same thing.
Yep, it's prophecy.
The brother Gabar, he said he had a dream that members were selling work on the low.
Oh shit.
Who knows? They probably are.
Trafficking,
You never know.
Narcotics, yeah.
Wow.
Riches.
So,
Yeah,
hey,
it's
that
true.
shows you their punishment is gonna be great.
It's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah, that's heavy judgment.
Yeah, they're 2 times.
Yep.
So.
He was a cop, right?
So it says,
Detective.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I will bring on them the evil they have done to others. They will receive the punishment they so richly deserve, because this time is the end age where everything that has been done in previous time, you have sins that you're gonna be paying for from
Tallied up.
all tallied up.
Exactly.
So it says
Like
that.
back in the day, you had that thing where you tally. Remember
Yeah.
the board with the beads?
Yeah. Come.
Yeah, everything's
Yep.
tallied up.
All tallied up. Then they will know that I am the Lord Yahweh. That's it.
I got something real quick.
No, is it a
Yes,
precept? Yeah, the Luke.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
go
come.
ahead, slide.
Yeah, Luke 19:27, NLT. And as for these enemies of mine, who didn't want me to be their king, bring them in and execute them right in front of me.
That's right. Wow.
Damn.
This is Micah 6:1 NLT. It says, "Listen to what the Lord Yahweh is saying. Stand up and state your case against me. Let the mountains and hills be called to witness your complaints. And now, O mountains, listen to the Lord's complaints. He has a case against his people. He will bring charges against Israel. O my people, what have I done to you? What have I done to you to make you tired of me? Answer me. For I brought you out of Egypt and redeemed you from slavery. I sent Moses, Aaron, and Miriam to help you. Don't you remember, my people, how King Balak of Moab tried to have you cursed? And how Balaam, son of Beor, blessed you instead?
Wow.
And remember your journey from Acacia Grove to Gilgal, when I, the Lord Yahweh, did everything I could to teach you about my faithfulness? What can we bring to the Lord Yahweh? What kind of offerings should we give him? Should we bow before the Most High with offerings of yearling calves?
No.
Should we offer him thousands of rams and 10,000 rivers of olive oil? Should we sacrifice our firstborn children to pay for our sins? And that's Jake, okay,
Going
we fucked up.
Going into idolism too.
We fucked up. What are we gonna do? We gotta
Exactly.
do all these sacrifices now.
Exactly.
And it's simple.
And that's all
Just
wicked.
listen to the Lord.
Just obey.
Obey. It says, "Know, O people, the Lord has told you what is good."
Hey, because the Lord's mocking them. Because that's going into child sacrifice.
Yeah.
Which our people love.
Yeah. Okay, that's what they do.
And that's spiritually before Yahweh Shai too, though.
True.
The firstborn.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right, twofold. It says, "Know, O people, the Lord Yahweh has told you what is good, and this is what he requires of you.
That's it.
To do what is right,
Keep the law.
to love mercy,
Yeah.
and to walk humbly
Keep
with
the
your
law.
power.
Keep the law.
Yeah.
Fear the Lord if you are wise."
Keep the law. Everything you're mentioning is just about keeping the law. The fear, keeping the law. The love, keeping the law.
Yeah. Which I wish I summed up in 2 things. And that's slacky. And that's a beautiful thing to digest, because the law is perfect and it's very intricate. There's a lot of aspects to it, especially nowadays. So for Yahushua to simplify it so we can digest it mentally like that, it's powerful. Like I tell my clients, if you don't have a simple plan, you can't be efficient. If we had to think of all 613 laws, what the heck? But he said, just think about this one, serve the Lord with all your heart, and then treat your brother like yourself, and you fulfilled everything.
Some books called Some for Dummies. So Lord of the Men.
Yeah, he dumbed it down.
Dummies. Here you go.
Dumbed it down. Yep.
Dumb it down.
That's right.
It says, "Fear the Lord if you are wise. His voice calls to everyone in Jerusalem. The armies of destruction are coming. The Lord is sending them. What shall I say about the homes, the wicked, filled with treasures gained by cheating?" That's a lot of Jakes. Okay? Because like you got Jakes that were at the forefront of putting Jakes in bondage.
Yep.
And they have that old money that they still got. That they built up from cheating.
Yes, that's right.
It says, what about the disgusting practice of measuring out grain with dishonest measures? How can I tolerate your merchants who use dishonest scales and weights?
Yeah, bankers. We were the real international bankers.
The rich among you have become wealthy through extortion and violence.
Yeah.
Your citizens are so used to lying that their tongues can no longer tell the truth. Therefore, I will wound you. I will bring you to ruin for all your sins. You will eat but never have enough. Your hunger pangs and emptiness will remain. And though you try to save your money, it will come to nothing in the end. And I said, oh, generational wealth.
Yeah, generational
Black
wealth.
businesses, support black businesses. Right? It's
The blackout that they've been doing.
yeah.
The
June.
yeah, no, for February 28th, yesterday.
They still
said-
do that shit?
No, they just did it because they wanted to try and hurt the elites. So they said nobody should go shop nowhere, do nothing.
But then you go back the next month.
You shall go to your enemies for one of all things. We can't stop that, bro. I'm going to my enemy. What? Shit.
Gives unto Caesar.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're going off.
Is it not tax time?
Exactly. Exactly.
Gotta give to Caesar, bro. Shit.
Whenever you buy an item, it's already taxed.
It's already taxed.
I don't want to tax. I don't want
fuck?
tax. I don't want to pay that tax.
Con. That means you don't want a driver's license. Shit.
It says, hold on, real quick. It says, you will plant crops but not harvest them. You will press your olives but not get enough oil to anoint yourselves.
Which is your servitude.
Yeah.
If you're doing all of that, just means that you're not the owner.
Yes. You're the inventor. You go into these, like we built up Canada, or we built up America, America. But we're not reaping from it.
No.
They're reaping from it. So
That's
you can
right.
go and be Jake and invent and do all that.
Do all of it.
But you're doing it for other people.
Yep. You're not getting the benefits.
You're not getting no benefits.
Hey, ask Jakes about all the condos.
Right.
I like my cousins. Like I'll be with some of my cousins. They'll be like, "Yeah, I built that condo," but you're not getting the benefit. You don't live in none of them, but you build them.
Reduce the bread.
That's part of the curse. Thou shalt build a house and
live in there.
Yeah.
Not dwell in them. It says, you will trample the grapes but get no juice to make your wine. You keep only the laws of evil King Omri. You follow only the example of wicked King Ahab. Therefore I will make you an example. Therefore I will make an example of you, bringing you to complete ruin. You will be treated with contempt, mocked by all who see you.
Which we never needed to hear in any other book because it was already written in Deuteronomy. When you go to Deuteronomy 28, it already said what would happen to us when we sin.
Curse yourself, be that store of the basket.
Yeah. So when you're reading all the other books, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Revelation, you're hearing about what happened to us for breaking the law.
Yeah, exactly. Watching it play out. Yep.
Watching it play out through
You're
these
right.
different kingdoms.
Yep. Con.
That was it.
John 10:27, it says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." I just read that because I think you said he gives a call to all. Can you read it again?
Oh, a voice. Yeah, he shouts out his
to all
voice.
Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Right. So the Israelites, he's talking, but they're not listening. And at the end of the day, the reason why they're not listening because they're not part of his fold. Right.
Yep.
So these people can never really come back and say that you never told me anything. You know, you never said anything about this truth or anything like that. There was one point in time where they heard it, right? But they weren't listening because at the end of the day, they're not part of his fold. So that's why he get them back at the end when they try to come and say that. He's like, no, I did tell you. When that brother was talking on the corner and you heard him talk about the MLTV, you kind of just brushed it off because of the way he looked. That was right there. I was talking to you. But
Yeah,
you didn't wanna listen.
and the Most High talks to you in judgment too.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
our people, the Most High will judge them, and they'll still double down on their wickedness.
Right.
You'll have committed adultery,
Yeah.
they lose their kid, they lose their mom, they lose their, and then they're just crying, but then they still go back to do the wickedness.
Con.
But judgment happens when you do wickedness. Back in the day when judgment happened, people stopped because people wanted to know, did I sin?
Yeah, they knew there was a God.
Yeah.
People stopped immediately. They said, whoa, calamity's coming upon me, so something is wrong.
Higher power did this. Yep.
But nowadays people don't care.
Yeah. And they'll slack it. And they will. Jake always, when something bad happens to Jake, when they get judgment, showing that they're tied to the Lord, they'll always, okay, that's the spirit.
Yeah,
they'll
now
always blame the Lord and think about the Lord.
the saying is, niggas die every day, B. That's the saying.
Right.
That's literally a saying.
Yeah.
When that's not a thing.
Yeah.
You should know that it's judgment.
Yeah. That shows you how lost they're from.
Yeah.
Because now you're completely worn out in the spirit.
Exactly.
Completely worn out.
You're so worn out that you think it's normal.
Yeah, exactly. Hence why you said what you said. Niggas die every day, man.
And Esau kind of smoothed the edges because he created this artificial society. Like back in the day, you had to work. Okay, if there's a drought, there's no food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's too much
Oh,
rain,
I
there's
see
a
what
flood,
you're
there's a
saying.
mud flood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the grasshoppers came and ate the crops.
Yeah,
This
it's
army
true.
came and did this.
It's true.
Now Esau has you in a city in a bubble. Oh, there's no army coming. Oh, we have sewer water, you know, sewer drainage. We have this, we have that. You know, and it's like this little thing where it's just people trying to do the best they can.
Yes.
You know,
That's it,
that
that's it.
mindset of a
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right, but there's still judgment that happens in the city we
Every
live,
day.
and there's greater judgment coming. This is an artificial way of living in general.
Yes.
That's
This is not a real way of living.
No, it's not.
You're not in touch with the earth. You know.
Bro, we're eating seedless grapes, seedless this,
Hey,
seedless.
we don't even know what
fake
we're
as
eating.
fuck, man.
These kids probably growing up, they're like, grapes had seeds.
Gone.
I remember grapes having seeds.
Me too.
You know.
I used to shop at Noble's Farms.
Yeah, that was yeah.
And just a quick point, just to add what the elder was saying, that when they do go off and they know something's wrong, because it still happens, Israel's still tied to the Lord. So when it happens, they say, okay, Yahweh, please, I'll never do it again, and they'll just go off again. And
Yeah.
the exact same thing that got in that situation.
Yeah.
After the Most High took him out of that situation, he's like, okay, I'll deliver you, and then they go and be wicked again.
Yeah.
So like they can never say that he never gave him any chances,
That's it.
he never tried to help them, right? It's just like a woman that you say, okay, you know what, you went off, all right, I'll take you back, I'll give you another chance,
Mhm.
and he just go off again. It's like,
Yeah.
look, eventually he's gonna have enough. He's like, yo, I'm done.
Exactly.
I'm
Yep.
done with you. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
A precept.
God.
This is Book of Sirach, 46. I start at 10. That all the children of Israel might see that it is good to follow Yahweh what Yahushai. Verse 11. And concerning the judges, everyone by name, whose heart was not a whoring, not departed from Yahweh Bashim Yashai, let their memory be blessed. So this is what where our prayer should be, right? And you know, it was basically spoken of in old times, right? So now we're deciphering and trying to be in the same spirit of Samuel, because when you get into it, that was speaking of Samuel, right? Verse 12, let their bones flourish out of their place, and let the name of them that were honored be continued upon their children. And that's us coming after our fathers, right? So this was a prayer that was said about us back in the ancient world, right? That's what you're seeing right now, be manifested, right? The bones come back, the dry bones,
Yep.
right? Verse 13, Samuel, the prophet of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, beloved of the Lord, established a kingdom and anointed princes over his people, right? So that's the spirit that you see the different prophets in different camps, right? In the mindset of Samuel, right?
That's right. That's right.
Verse 14, by the law of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, he judged, right? So it didn't say Samuel was saying what he wanted to say, right? He wanted the scriptures, man. Say, what does it say right here, brother? I mean, some brother, you know, are smooth with it. Some brothers are harsh with it. So it shouldn't matter as long as your niggas, you know, you're getting your life saved.
And it's the truth.
It's the truth.
You
You
know?
should just be thankful.
That's all.
Right? A nigga that's, I said it all the time, you cross the street, and I say, hey, get up the road. I mean, you know, you can't be mad at the man because if you're mad at the man to save your life, you should just die.
Yeah.
The
And he,
was meant for you.
that's right. And he might say, get the off the road. He might say it like that too.
Con. You know what I mean?
You
So
know?
brother, hey, brother Chuck, but the fact that they saved your life,
Exactly.
you're missing the point, right?
Like that bug out yesterday, JD Vance.
Con.
You're not showing thanks.
Yeah. By the law of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, he judged the congregation. And that's only for us, man. Only we're going to adhere to statutes, commandments, and ordinances, man. And going into order, right? Or ordinance. And the Lord had respect unto Jacob. That's basically talking about the 1/3 and the 1/4,000 right now. All right, is that talking about the whole nation right now? The whole nation, we don't respect the whole nation right now. That's what they put for debt. Hold up, like you see him, the guy's bugged out on the street, like dancing in some
Oh, yeah.
no shirt on, doing some.
He starts goods. It's just like how you treat. It's like how you treat like a.
No,
like
but
a
if you understood what he went through, you'd understand why.
no, that's what I'm saying. He's
People
tossed
like
goods.
that.
That's what I'm saying.
Ultra,
Yeah.
drugs, they're destroyed.
Yeah.
All for money.
That's right.
You see how money looks now? These are the things we need to show our children. We don't show our children what they look like when they're doing good. Show our children what they look like when they're falling. That's what happens when you sell out.
Yep. And you're no more useful to the industry.
Hey, that's why.
the string you just leave you.
Hey, that's why I like the TV show Snowfall. Right?
Yeah.
They showed you his rise to power, but
At
they
the
showed
end.
you he bugged out at the
At
end.
the end, yep. For that money, yep.
People are concerned for this bitch Ariana Grande.
Fuck
What's
that
going
bitch.
on with this person? What's going on with Justin Bieber?
Justin too.
Yeah.
Britney Spears.
That's what I'm saying. Look at her. But she's in a mansion.
Dancing
with that.
Draws.
You need that MK Ultra firmware update.
Yo, man.
You need a firmware update, bro. MK Ultra.
Needs a reset.
There's 2 more
Which is
verses.
bugged out.
Verse 15. His faithfulness, he was found a true prophet, right? And by his word, he was known to the faithful in a vision.
And you know, to be a prophet means that you're saying something before it happens, meaning that you're not in the time of that thing. So that's why people look at you crazy, because you're saying something that's going to happen, but it never happened yet. So you're speaking against things that are above you. We're telling Canada you're going down, America you're going down. That doesn't even make sense to the average people because they're looking at it like, how? How would you do it? Because if you had the power, wouldn't you do it now? And they're right. But at the same time, we can see the end of these kingdoms. They're done. So these people are going to always be in a trick bag because they're looking at these places like they're meant to be here forever. We're just telling them, you had a time to rule and your time is up.
They lack that vision, right?
They lack that vision.
The elect see what's coming, whereas you know everyone else here just thinks is how shit's gonna go on forever. So you know it's just something of imagination to them.
Yep.
Whereas you know we see it coming, we believe it's coming, so that when it happens, you know we're ready for it.
Exactly.
But people of this world they can't see it because this is all they know. All they know is getting up, going to fucking work. You know, paying these bills.
Yes.
You know, being, you know, subject to your wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
My second half.
Yeah, my other half.
Just living the dream.
Just living the dream.
Or living in a dream.
Yeah. That's exactly what they're doing.
So that's for that happy wife, happy life bullshit. Like, you know, we're on a whole other mindset type.
Yeah, con.
The thing about that's like brother. The thing about that first drop of water, that found nigga for it in the days of Noah.
Oh my gosh.
It was the first drop.
Every joke.
Who spit pomade?
All the hairs on this.
What is spit pomade?
Every
Probably thought it was bird shit.
The first drop. What's that?
Hey, every joke he made towards Moses came back like that. It came back like that.
Sin.
Right away. He's like, oh, banging the door, boom. That's exactly what happened, man. Everything, which means you knew it was true. You just love this fucking place.
Hey, and that water is, I think it's worse than the fire because the water, you're thinking it's gonna stop. It probably reach your ankles and you're like, it's still raining? Why is it still raining? Your knees.
No, you have your dinner and you're like, yo, it's still raining.
I thought it was gonna stop. Yeah, guys. Because it's one thing for it to rain. I'm just gonna go home.
And then the water starts rising. You're like, yo,
the water's in the house.
Well, in the scripture it tells you that the water came upward too.
funny.
Oh wow.
The water was coming up.
True.
Water reservoirs and everything. So
We're surrounded by water.
Exactly.
Yeah, con.
Man, exactly. It tells you that the windows of heaven open up. So the firmament, the man Most High opened up the firmament and everything from all angles. And they closed it up and it was just circled in water. Moving land masses all over the place. Bro, that's crazy, man. You could do it with a cup.
Remember they were scoffing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The water's slower than fire. Fire is like, you're gonna obviously you can make the fire burn, make you feel it. Yeah.
Either one.
Exactly.
You might be 100 feet.
Oh yeah, either one's bad.
Yeah, that's what I know. That's why it's like
100 feet up swimming, looking down.
Yeah, you think I'm good?
Yeah.
I'm still good. I have time.
Leviathan comes up for a snack.
Oh my god.
We don't know what happened.
Hey, all those, yeah, the sharks, all this, they had food that day.
Alligators.
They ate well. They ate well that day. Most High look out for them.
Niagara Falls. You know, Niagara Falls water, that power.
Yeah.
But guys are getting pulled away whirlpools. Undertow was putting on there.
Yo, the amount of pressure, like when you like you saw, you know when you take a cup, it's in water, and you bring it, and then all of a sudden you get to the, it's so exactly. If you have a ball in the middle of space and it's surrounded by something, you can like water is just gonna come down like. A lot of those people died at impact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't coming. It was boom. Exactly.
Oh, it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did
Yeah. Miss Jenkins upstairs, and a sweet lady that give her cookies. She
Boom.
Yeah, she done.
Remember, Esau has a laser with water. He can puncture you with water.
Yeah.
It's all about pressure.
Exactly.
So everything just fell on your head.
Yeah, it's called PSI. I used to work with a job like that. And the PSI could strip the paint off of a car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's pretty much the opposite of a fire laser.
It's just water laser.
Yeah, exactly.
Dangerous.
A lot of those guys didn't even have time to drown. They just died because of the impact.
Yeah, I got a scar on my body because of water
Cutting
pressure.
up a lot of ships.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember I used to work at a place.
Yeah, I remember what happened to that guy.
Yeah, Khan.
I got a precept. You know what he got to do?
No.
That was it? Okay. This is Jeremiah 17:01 NLT. It says, the sin of Judah is inscribed with an iron chisel.
Wow.
Engraved with a diamond point on their stony hearts and on the corners of their altars.
Yeah, like his scripture said, seared iron.
Yep. Even their children go to worship at their pagan altars and Asherah poles beneath every green tree and on every high hill.
You know what's that talking about? That's talking about superstition. And superstition is handed down generation to generation. Oh yeah, my grandma used to do this. My great-great-grandmother used to do this. It's just handed down to them. They don't even know why they're doing it.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
It says, so I will hand over my holy mountain along with all your wealth and treasures and your pagan shrines as plunder to your enemies, for sin runs rampant in your land. The wonderful possession I have preserved for you will slip from your hands.
Hey, that's how the what do they called? The Knights Templar. That's how they started.
Yep.
They started as men that knew the truth, went around to these different lands, plundered, and then learned of how to serve the goat, learned about how, these different ideologies,
you're right.
and then turned away from serving the Most High.
That's true.
I believe Baphomet.
They are the ones who brought back
Baphomet
Baphomet.
allegedly goes back to Muhammad.
Exactly.
It says, I will tell your enemies to take you as captives to a foreign land, for my anger blazes like a fire that will burn forever. This is what the Lord Yahweh says. Cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans, who rely on human strength and turn their hearts away from the Lord. They are like stunted shrubs in the desert with no hope for the future. They will live in the barren wilderness, in an uninhabited salty land. Yep, that was it.
Straight.
We got this. This is Matthew 13:16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see.
Yeah, because there's two ears, right? We all have eyes, but when you hear, do you listen? Right? Listening and hearing is two different things.
Right.
And seeing and watching is two different things.
Exactly.
So just because you're seeing something doesn't mean that you're actually watching.
That's right.
Right. That's why when we watch TV, actually watching what's happening.
Yeah.
We see the symbols, we see the hand signs, we see the the words.
It's not just passing by us. We're
It's
making
just not
notes.
Exactly.
This,
That's why
boom.
he said seeing but perceiving not.
But perceiving
So
not.
now we see things and perceive them.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Look up that.
It says, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sword.
Yeah, that's why as soon as somebody comes up with something that's wrong, it's like nails on a chalkboard for us, because we're like, what? Where'd you get that?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's true. Yep.
That's why 1,000 years, we're like, what do you mean we're going to last for another 1,000 years?
You're not perceiving.
In the kingdom of Esau?
Come on.
In a short time? Remember, this is only supposed to be a short time. How do you get 1,000 years out of a short time? when no other kingdom lasts for 1,000 years but us. No, when the Most High showed the vision to Daniel, that image, those kingdoms never lasted for 1,000 years.
Right.
So now that you have 1,000 years after our 1,000 years, and the Most High said it's only going to be for a short period of time, how did it equate to 1,000 years?
That's how you know you're a nobody, man.
Come
You're
on,
a child.
man.
He's
Complete
exactly
child.
nobody, but he's trying to bring that, you know, oh, I'm deep.
Right.
You know, like I got this extra stuff.
Con,
You know,
that
stuff
you
bullshit,
niggas don't
yeah,
know.
You know, like
You GMS niggas don't know about this one.
I got 2 Peter.
Bring it up.
2 Peter 2 and verse 1. It says, "But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you,
Break it down.
who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even deny the Lord Yahweh that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction." Pretty much what this guy is doing, you know, he's sitting up there very proud, want to be recognized, talking about, you know, we have another 1,000 is a false doctrine, which is nonsense, right? And he's followed by a lot of people. Like when he goes live with his things, there's a lot of people that watch.
Oh
him,
yeah,
you know?
man.
So there's a lot of people who
Yeah.
will be deceived by this guy.
Bunch of YNs.
Still women.
Yeah. Well, you know, those YNs, they love this guy. 'Cause he portrays that, you know, the Sakari blade, the sticks, you know, that you bring to camp and whatnot.
Yeah. You're
Them
right.
YNs, they watch these guys, man.
Wearing
'Cause-
baseball caps.
right, because they want to be Israel, but they want to be, you know,
Niggas too.
niggas too.
Come as you are.
Exactly.
Come as you are, Israelites.
Exactly.
You're right.
And a key word here is among you. So I mean, this is within Israel, right? Who privily shall bring damnable heresies, even denying the Lord Yahweh. So when this guy denies the writing of Paul, he's denying Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai says he comes in the bottom of the book.
Right.
So this guy is a complete antichrist.
Because the first thing a brother should ask is, okay, cool, you don't follow the writings of Paul, cool, but where did he go off? Right? It's not that you don't follow him.
It's
Okay,
about the truth.
I don't care about who doesn't follow what book. That's none of my business. You follow whatever you want to follow book wise. Because yes, there's some books that some brothers are gonna cleave to more than others. But what is it about Paul where he went off to where you now are saying that Paul is not a righteous man?
because these niggas want to wear Hermes had when they prophesied.
Exactly. That's it. That's it. You're fighting to keep on doing wickedness. That's what you're doing. You're not fighting for the truth.
But when he wants to put his woman in check, he goes right back to Paul, right?
There you go. There you go.
Is Romans 9:1 going off? Because that's one of my favorite scriptures.
Sure.
Right? Who
Yeah.
are promised the
Right.
the this, the
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
the
yeah,
this,
yeah.
the that.
Yep.
Yeah, you know much things Paul goes into.
And he goes into the Old Testament to verify what he's saying. He goes into the Old Testament. All of Hebrews, he went through, you know, the first five books of Moses and brought it out how the whole thing was pointing to Yahweh Shai.
Wow.
Why did he do that? Because he knew the law. He listen, when Yahweh Shai dealt with him, he was going through the law like, yo, how did I never seen this? I'm a master at this.
He was a master.
I do this.
And he missed it.
Exactly.
That's how you know the spirit of the Most High has to be on you.
It's telling you, man.
He was a wise man, but the Most High wasn't dealing with a wise man at that time.
Exactly.
He was
Exactly.
a learned man.
He was a learned
Learned
man.
man. He knew that. He said,
And remember the disciples, they were unlearned.
yeah, exactly. So
Just like us.
it
Just
shows
like
you.
us.
Mysteries right away.
It shows you, yeah.
They understood the mysteries, right?
Yep.
Before Paul.
That's right. He even
It's for you to hear,
Yeah.
not for them.
Yeah, Con.
yeah. He even said, you know, I'm a master of the law. He boasted in the things in the world. Just right, just to show Israel, yo, you want to talk about some boasting? Let me just write down some things. My credentials.
Hey, that's why he persecuted us. He persecuted us in that time past because he's just like, you guys don't have the knowledge. I have the knowledge. I can tell you who my teacher was.
Yeah.
Who are you guys?
Right.
I'm a Hebrew of the
That's what he
Hebrews.
said. All this, and the man is telling you all this, and the man is going into it and letting you know, yo, the very thing that I pride myself in was actually meaning this.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna say Paul's writing was off, but he went into, you know, the law, which
Wow.
you guys boasted, to prove Yahweh Shai.
Wow.
You guys are
So
beyond
stupid.
bugged
So
out.
stupid.
Yeah, that was it? Who was reading?
No, he has a little bit more.
It says, even denying the Lord Yahweh that bought them and bring upon themselves.
Which goes into Deuteronomy 28
Mm-hmm.
and 68. No man shall buy thee. Yeah.
And bring upon themselves swift destruction. And clearly we see that this guy's, every day he's being destroyed more and more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like he's losing his mind now. Like he's losing his mind. He's
No, he already lost his mind.
Yeah.
You know how you know he lost his mind, because he told you that. He said, I'm in
Delirium.
a constant state of delirium.
Oh yeah,
Years ago.
Years ago.
Before some of you brothers were even in the
I
truth.
forgot.
Years ago he said that. I'm in a constant state
Of
of
delirium.
delirium.
I forgot.
Yep.
Holy
It's
shit.
like 2015.
That was a while ago,
A while
man.
ago, yeah. 2016, I
Word,
think.
man.
Yeah, 2015.
The lie will work
Shit.
because now some come back to haunt him.
Yes.
Hey, you said that, man. You know?
Yeah. So boom.
Yeah, that's it on that right now.
And he's losing followers within his camp.
Yeah.
You know, some guys are defecting and leaving.
Yeah.
Just how the Sakari went out, right? They won a couple wars, right? And then they end up killing themselves off when the Romans were seizing Jerusalem.
Wow.
Their end after all that fight was to go into the temple, was to go into a room and
Masada.
right, and then kill themselves off and die.
The hill fort.
Right.
I went there. I was in the sun.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. You did go there. Con.
I was there, man.
The Kahila.
Going off, huh?
Yeah. What are you doing over there?
How high the elevation is over there?
I don't know. They're telling this history, but that was there. Looking, man, you know?
No, I'm just saying.
It's high. It's high. I don't know.
Did your body feel like weird?
What comes in them trolley things that more than the.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The carts.
Oh, like they take you for skiing
Smart.
kind of thing.
Smart. They're smart for doing
I
that.
got this, right, because you guys are talking about the 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So when you take in, right, Britain was a superpower for roughly 250 years.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 248, 49, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you said a month, the average empire lasts around 250 years
Right.
in the beginning of this lesson.
Right.
So take this in, right? This is Revelation 17 and 10. It says, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. That's Britain.
Which links up.
Right.
Which is short.
Con.
And then
Right.
Revelation 12 and 12
Yeah.
also says that he had a short time.
Time. Yeah.
And when you look at this word short in the Greek, right? Because you should link that up, right? Oh, Britain has a
Exactly.
short time.
Exactly.
Yep.
And America has a short time as well.
Right.
The word short, oligos, little, small, few, of time, short of degree or intensity, light, slight. So how is 1,000 years slight? That's one day.
That's it. Yep.
It's a short season.
Yep.
You know how long a 1,000
Yeah,
years is?
exactly. You're right.
And Britain is the mother of America,
America.
so it makes sense. It's the
Yeah,
same time period.
exactly.
We're in the time of the demise. Man.
Exactly.
And right at the end is when these drifters come and
That's
start
right.
trying to pull people away.
Yep.
We got 1,000 years. We got this time. You know?
Fighting for a dying kingdom.
Crazy, man. That was it.
Yeah, con.
You said? Everyone has it? No.
I have the word slight because it's very important, right? Because we're teaching. Sakari, let's not, right?
Bring it
You
up.
can't say that we didn't tell you, right? That's why we're here.
That's right.
Right, simply put, so the word slight, right, going into the context of what is there, right, what he's pushing is a slight doctrine. I heard that doctrine 30 years ago. I'm bored up about it, right? It's a Christian doctrine.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Con.
And I can
It's
tell
true.
you, Sakari, where it came from, right? But anyway, let me just get the word real quick here. It says flat, the word slight, flat, smooth, and that's how you're coming, right?
Con,
Because it's not
con.
scriptural where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Right, what was read in Peter's, and these are the precepts, man, is from the scriptures, it's from our Lord. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you slight the book of Hebrews, right? And then, as the brother mentioned, you have to run back to the law. Where do you think the book of Hebrews was lifted from? The law.
Exactly.
Hey man, you guys, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Right? Let me just finish the word here. It says smooth, sleek, hairless. Original Northern According, right? And probably from the Scandinavian source. Right? And it goes on to say all of these things. It just basically repeats itself about slippery. And that's all this man brings is slippery doctrines. So keep doing what you got. Right? But we're going to stand with our power. Right? And his name is Yashar Allah. Right? We're by default.
Yahweh. Yahweh.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshai.
That's
I'm
right.
just going into our mediator because he's like the mediator. He jumps over the mediator, our representation, and say he believes in Yahweh. Hey, but you're a liar. We know that for a fact, but that's okay. You're playing your role, right? So, but anyway, right? Jumped around there. But the word slight goes into what this guy is doing and false teachers in Israel.
Well, of course they're false teachers because even your president just went on national TV and told you that you people really should be preparing for the Third World War.
Yep.
That's what. So if you don't, okay, cool. Yeah, we know they're actors, they're this, they're that, but really and truly, they don't say nothing just to say it. So now that the Third World War is the buzzword, that's what we gotta prepare for. So what does that mean? That means we're in the end time.
That's it.
If we're in the time of the mark, if we're in the time of World War III, what other prophecy are you waiting for? You're waiting for something else? Does it take 1,000 years to spark a world war? Nah, man.
Takes one event.
What? I was just about to say that.
But especially because we've been brewing the Third World War since the end of the second one.
Exactly.
The third
went through a
World
whole
War
Cold War.
has been marinating.
We went through a whole Cold War.
The whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
And the Cold War didn't stop.
Through trade wars.
That's
you
right.
know,
Espionage.
COINTELPRO.
You know, that's right, man.
Spot, you know, intelligence.
All of that.
Right.
The tariffs.
Tariffs, yeah. Sanctions.
That's all war.
That's it.
Tariffs are
That's
wars,
it.
man.
Yeah.
It's just financial wars.
Economic wars.
Is 1,000 years quickly? So the third world, second one was passed. The third
Come
quickly. Thank you. I even forgot that. I even forgot that.
Bro,
I even forgot that.
short space and it's coming quickly. In that short space.
I even forgot it said that. More choppings.
Bugged out.
Bugged out.
You had the Iran-Contra wars.
Yes.
You had Operation Paperclip.
That's a good one. And what were they preparing for? They're preparing for a third world.
Yeah.
All those things is preparing for the Third World War. And
Which-
now that the top man in the world, trumpeter, is saying it, they're preparing you.
Yep.
They're preparing you.
Yeah, he told Zelensky, you're playing with World War III.
And he's right.
Yeah.
It's not like he said something wrong. He's telling
Stirring up
telling
the bear.
this. Because remember, that's what I was about to say. You're poking the bear because what you people don't see is that NATO is encroaching on Russia's border, which they're already on Russia's border.
For years.
When you watch that map of the old Soviet Republic,
Yes.
and then each decade it just
Thinned
crouching.
Yep.
In our time, right, when we were starting camp, what you used to bring out all times is that they wanted to put a missile defense system in Poland. Russia said, if you do that, we're going to nuke Poland.
Yeah, I remember that.
We'll nuke them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So keep fucking with the bear.
The mother say, "Oh, let it win."
Yeah. True. Yeah, that's what
But
that is.
even
Yep.
Zelensky, he kind of gave him a pop shot where he's like, listen, you
Yeah,
don't have you have problems too. They're just not close to you. You're across the ocean.
Yes, he said
Trump got proud. He's like, no, don't tell us what we have.
Yeah.
Don't tell us. We have the car. You don't have the car.
Well, he said.
Well,
he said.
But guess what? He's speaking the truth.
He was speaking the truth as well.
Because the end of this kingdom is the bear, right? Remember, he said the beast I saw in Revelation 13, his head was like a leopard, but his feet were that of a bear.
That's right.
Which is
your
Russia.
enemy,
Wow.
Russia.
right?
And-
So he was technically right.
And the scripture says that the Most High is going to dry up the pools. The pools of the oceans and all of that. All that shit's going to be dried. So he's right.
And all
They're
those.
coming for you,
and
America.
and all those European nations are pissed. They're
Hey,
pissed. So
and
that-
Russia links with Cuba.
Yeah, and that
And
shows
Cuba's
you.
right there.
That's right. That shows
Venezuela
you.
too.
That shows you Revelation 17.
Yeah.
Revelation 17, and these shall hate the whore.
Mm-hmm.
That's all brewing now.
And we know because of who too? Because of those small hatters that are over there pushing that war. So
Right.
they're gonna get drawn right the fuck out.
Right.
So it's a perfect. The way the Most High is making this soup
Perfect
brew,
storm, yeah.
it's so amazing. Man.
And then also, even though World War III is being pushed, that shows you how much closer we are to the MOTB.
Simple and plain.
People are focusing on World War III, and yes, but MOTB needs to play out
First.
So if that's in our face, that thing is not even it's in the house.
Exactly.
Forget at the door. It's in your house, right there on your TV.
No, but you know why they're doing that? They're doing that because the MOTB and the Third World War go together
Of
like
course,
this.
that's what I'm
because
saying that, yeah.
Just like the elder said, they need a calamity. So right now, we all should be looking out for a calamity.
Well, they show you that in the movie. Remember?
To where they say,
Remember in the movie, Leave the World Behind. It was an attack on the economy. a
By the Chinese?
right? A cyber.
Yes.
So what you're saying is on point because they're pushing war in front of your face. So now, if the excuse is a nation cyber attacks and everything
Yes.
shuts everything off,
Yes.
you're in that time of Jacob's trouble, blah, 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 and then the sea hip gets prevented.
And
So it
we
gets
can push
pushed.
the third wall as well.
So you need the you need the third world war to be the narrative for you to get the MOTB.
So true.
You know, and they show you that in that movie.
Because people will be scared.
Exactly.
People will be scared.
Yeah, because it has to be an attack, right?
Exactly.
Just like,
Exactly.
Just like 9/11.
They don't fight wars.
And it could be a domestic tea as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
To where they
That's-
blame their own
We
citizens.
already know
gonna
they have
be.
sleeper cells.
Yeah.
Con.
They don't have that for no reason.
Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the power goes out and then there's tea attacks,
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Even it's funny you say that because now it's weird, but Rogers they're offering internet that when the power goes out you can still have access to internet.
Never even heard
Hey,
of that
Skynet. Is it Skynet?
Terminator?
No. Was it Skynet?
Yeah,
Yeah, Terminator.
Terminator.
And then
but they have a Skynet in real life too.
yeah, in real life.
That's a different China.
But is
They use
Starlink?
Skynet as
Not
like a
Starlink. No.
It's called
Yeah.
something else, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
But Elon got it approved here.
Starlink.
Starlink.
Oh, Starlink. Okay.
Yes.
There's another one though. It's not called Starlink.
There's Starlink and another
There's
one.
another one, yeah.
Yeah, there's another one too.
Yeah, because one of the liberals or whatever, they funded him.
Right.
Know him, so.
Yeah. So he got that passed in Canada. So the infrastructure is already there.
That's right.
It's already there.
That's right.
No, but Ford said because of the tariff thing, he's gonna cancel the contract with Starlink.
Oh,
Right. Well, which you're canceling now, and you're right. They might say like these guys. They can say we're gonna cancel now, and then all of a sudden bring it back up. Because what they're doing is they're fighting us, and everybody else was bringing out a opposite narrative. So, you know what? These guys are using that Starlink. Starlink is coming in to bring out these videos. You know what? Ford, cancel Starlink. So that narrative doesn't have life. But then it comes back again anyways. You end up doing what we say you're going to do because you can't fight against prophecy.
That's right. Hey,
So he thinks he's controlling things by doing stuff like that, but you're not controlling shit.
Hey, when you travel, you don't even have to see people no more. You could just scan your passport in the terminal.
Wow, I
The
didn't even know
terminal
that.
takes a picture of
Yeah.
your face and everything. It's just a terminal comes up, takes a picture of your face, you scan your passport. So everything is ready to
It's
scan.
there. It's ready. It's
You
ready.
go into Costco, you scan.
Hey, your face comes up now. You see it?
And your face comes up in Costco.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Is my face on it?
Yeah, face is on it.
And it happened quick, unannounced, man.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like,
They
I
didn't
went-
announce
I
it.
went 1 week and then another week I went.
It was there.
You know?
And it's beautiful lining with the Passover 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
I think Apostle Ramlab went into, you have a blood moon, a lunar eclipse.
Well, all the brothers are, yeah, sure.
Yeah, lunar eclipse happening. And then so everything's lining up, man. It's going to be a boom.
We just know there's gonna be mass death.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be,
There's gonna be mass perish,
Yes.
mass confusion.
Yes.
That's
Right?
Yes.
Because remember, this calamity, right? when they say never let a good
crisis
Crisis
go to
go to
waste.
That's
Bro.
that's like 2, 3, 4 because they're pushing their agenda, but that's also a sacrifice. Like
Yeah.
9/11, that was
Yeah.
a sacrifice.
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
whatever God.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
demons in the smoke came out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when this sacrifice happens again, it's gonna be big.
It's going to be big. It has to be global.
Right? It's gonna be very big.
Yep.
Like you said, the EMP with the sleeper cells get activated.
Right.
It's just like
Right.
it's overkill.
So many things at once.
They're
That's-
gonna love it because they need a lot of people deleted anyway.
That's right.
They don't need a lot of people, man.
That's right.
You know?
Because I remember, I mean, saying like this fella got jumped up like a couple of years ago with the ticking time bombs, you know?
That's a sacrifice too.
Yeah.
All those people that had sudden death syndrome, whatever
Yes.
they call
Sacrifice.
Yeah,
it. Those
yeah.
are sacrifices.
Yeah, man.
And whatever comes, it's gonna be it's gonna change the way how things are done.
Exactly.
They always come with a
Like 9/11. You're right.
The 9/11, the serpent pictures that came out
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yep.
That prepared everyone for the 6 feet apart and scanning this and barcodes that.
Yep.
And mask.
Right, mask. Yep.
You're right.
Even what Doge is doing.
Yep.
That's just what you're talking about is exactly what Doge is doing. they're saying the structure set up in the government beforehand. We found out they're frauds. You guys are all frauds and liars.
Yo,
But
why do you think Citibank just transferred $81 trillion into people's accounts?
There you go.
Because the system is already ready.
That's right.
They're done with cash.
Yep. But
Where the hell did you get 81 trillion?
Yeah.
That's how you know this system is just like this.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get mad when Jake does what he does.
Yep.
To the system. Because the system is not real.
Yep.
Oh, we lost 81. No, you didn't. Because it wasn't real. You didn't lose shit.
Yep.
I lost 81 trillion.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Ignorance. What they say in America.
That happened right after the 70s, 71, 72, and Nixon he completely eradicated
off the gold standard,
gold
yeah.
standard. And then it was really worthless. Completely worthless.
Great times.
But yeah, you people don't even, like you're saying, Shaman, you people don't even know that you're actually, you're complying. Like, this guy's getting you to willfully comply to the system he's bringing up by this Doge system.
Exactly.
You're pissed off because people who are 300 years old are receiving millions of dollars, and and then your government that you was laundering this, was doing that. Right now, Elon is saying, well, we should open up Fort Knox. I think that would be pretty cool to do a video on it, because we got to see if there's gold in there.
Hey, that's how you know some of these insiders are not true insiders. People like Elon, Donald Trump, they're low levels.
Oh yeah.
To even have a conversation like that is a low level conversation.
Oh yeah.
We know better than that.
Well, exactly. Those guys are there to stir up your minds. Because just like the apostles are there to do it for us in the right hand side, they got their prophets doing the same thing. Let's go, because people for a long time were curious about Fort Knox.
Somebody get that scripture, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of their time.
Yeah.
The reason why is because this truth is gonna hunker you down. Like when you're in a ship and they lower the thing into the water, the anchor, that's what holds the ship there, man. We're not gonna be tossed to and fro. We're gonna be grounded, man, because let me tell you people something, man. All you people that are out there, you're going to lose everything. That's right. You're going to lose homes. You're going to lose your bank accounts. Until the worst place to have money right now is a bank account. 2,000 just to keep 2,000 just to pay your bills, but you don't keep 50,000, 100,000 or more in a bank account. You're a retard. Take that shit out. Yeah.
Buy gold.
Exactly. Because this place is done. It's done, man.
And they're not ready.
Yep.
It's musical chairs. Yeah. We're just waiting for the music to stop.
These people, they're not ready, man.
They're not ready.
You know those people are gonna off themselves. Oh yeah. They're gonna jump off buildings. They're gonna jump in front of trains.
Yeah, Black Friday.
Remember, it says men's hearts failing.
Failing them.
Heart attack.
Come on. Hey, that's what happened. That's what happened during the Great Depression. During the Great Depression, when Esau lost everything, they killed themselves. When you study the Great Depression, it was the worst time for Caucasian men because their wives turned their backs on them. The majority of men killed themselves. Their children lost respect for them. So the Great Depression showed Esau what we go through now. How we are treated now by our women and our children, Esau went through during the Great Depression. Yeah, it was terrible. It was a terrible time for Edomites, man. And that was a stock market crash as well.
I have a script.
Yeah, bring it out.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For you know quite well, this is NLT. For you know quite well that the day of the Lord's return will come unexpectedly, like a.
And we're not even talking about the day of the Lord yet. We're still talking about Esau. Yes, the day of the Lord is going to be all calamity, all judgment, but we're still talking about just the downfall of this sinful kingdom, which you can equate with the time of Rome. The fall of Rome, everything that we're seeing right now is what happened during the time of Rome. The reason why you citizens are quizzical, the reason why you're angry is because you don't know what happens during the fall of an empire. The reason why Trump exists is because you think that you could make America great again. You're a retard because you don't understand the downfall of
the signs of the time.
The signs of the time. The writing is on the wall.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ak.
And then it's lucky. Remember during the fall of the Roman Empire,
Mhm.
you had the games at its most height.
Right?
Now you have mass media. So
Bro,
you got,
even me,
you know?
I'm on Bet365. Every day there's something to gamble on. Every day there's something to gamble on. As soon as hockey is done, basketball. Basketball's done, baseball. Baseball's done, this.
You got him.
There's always something to bet on in this wicked world.
Well, when Titanic was going down, what did the captain do? Came on, kept saying, keep saying.
Yeah. He was, remember he dressed up real nice that day. He's like, yeah, we're good. Like, what?
they had the music playing.
Yeah,
Keep
yo.
the music playing.
Should have done a lesson on that. That's so true. Going down with the ship.
They did the same thing in Rome. Rome did the same thing with the games, gladiatorial games.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
Yeah.
Bread and circus.
Yeah.
Like a
Hold on, let him finish.
like a thief in the night. Verse 3. People are saying everything is peaceful and secure, then disaster will fall on them as suddenly as a pregnant labor pain.
Hey, and that could be a mindset too. Like you don't literally have to. People don't literally have to see things are going well for them to think that. They can just think that too, because they don't want things to go.
Being optimistic.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's why it says in 2 Ezra 5, at the same time shall men hope for, and say nothing.
That's
So
right.
we're gonna hope for things to hope. Change, yeah. Remember Obama? Change, hope, hope.
Hope things gets better.
Yeah, hope it does. Hey, but that's what people are hoping for 2025. They're hoping 2025 goes well. But they don't know.
Remember what's prevalent before all this things are happening? People just put like their profile, like 2020. Like,
It's my year.
Yeah, you don't see that much anymore. Because they gave up, man.
Yo.
Looking bleak.
Looking very bleak.
Okay, people give that a sense of they just need comfort. They're just like, all I want for 2025 is money, this, just things that cover them because they've been through trauma. They're bugged out.
Yes.
2020 messed a lot of people up.
Yes, it did.
It messed a lot of people up.
It did. Of course it did.
A lot of people died too.
Yeah, remember it tore apart families. Yeah, it tore apart families.
Minds.
Yeah. Relationships ended. Yeah, man.
A lot of the what do they call those? The older generation. Centurions. What do they call it? What is it called? The older generation. You use the C word. Is it centennials or centuries?
No, millennials.
Not millennial.
No. They use like the older generation.
Gen
It would
X?
start with a C, but that generation got wiped out mainly in like.
Oh yes.
In Italy, which had a.
Even here in
It's a
Canada.
blue. They call it blue.
No, you're
blue
right.
something.
You're right, because remember during that time it was mainly those people up in age that were getting deleted
Yeah.
by that thing. You're right.
Yeah.
And but people don't
Them in
remember.
Japan.
No, but people don't remember. They said the older people, the older generations were the ones that still owned land.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were the still owners of different land from back then. So when they died, those deeds went back over to the government, went over to the banks and all of that. You're right.
Because it went for the young,
The baby boomers.
right, and the old.
And exactly. I remember. You're right.
He's so sick, man.
Damn devil.
Labor pains begin, and there will be no escape. Verse 4. But you aren't in the dark.
If this I don't know what is. And the reason why I say that is because every single day you hear about not people losing their jobs, but corporations going down. So
Yeah.
thousands of people.
Bro, you have Hooters applying for bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an American staple.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, the only reason why this country and this rulership is even getting by right now is because of social media. You have OF, you have TikTok, you have these different places you can go online to make your money.
Yeah.
If online wasn't here right now, the majority of people would be on the street. These women can sell their box on here, but if it wasn't for this, you'll see women outside right now in minus 19, minus 20 right now.
Like in Thailand.
It's minus 19 and 20 right now outside. Women will be outside. Hey, you want a date? Hey,
Love you long time.
love you long time.
Fur coat with nothing underneath.
Oh, you know, his brother. Malak, remember those days? Malak was in high top boots.
Malak was on the blade.
Yeah, Malak was on the blade. Hat turned to the side. Yeah, with a feather. Bitch. Go ahead, Al.
Verse 4. But you aren't in the dark about these things, dear brothers and sisters.
Hey, that's what a monthly prognosticator is. When you read in the scriptures, that's what it is. But we represent that on the right-hand side, to where you're able to tell the future. You're a forecaster.
Yeah, you're a seer.
You're a seer.
Like
The
you say,
water.
you see the vision.
Yeah,
you see
the
it.
water.
You know, like we can see America being hit with them ICBMs.
That's right.
You know, like sometimes brothers get dreams. You can just see. You can project. You know, you think about it, you think it, and you see it. You know, and then the brothers are saying about the labor pain. When a woman is about to go into labor pain, what happens? Her water breaks, but she doesn't know. She's like, "Oh my God, my water just broke," and then the labor pains come, right? So that's that situation. Comfortable, it's safe, and then sudden destruction comes. The water breaks, and then the labor pains come. We're in that time.
Hey, look, bros, we got a sword of omens, man. The Bible. So give us sight beyond sight. Right?
That's right. That's what thing was about, Thundercats.
God.
With
Yeah.
all of the characters in there. Rhino was what's his name? Shit. I'm trying to remember the name. Moses' successor.
Joshua.
Joshua. Yeah, that's who it was. So and then Jaguar was Moses, right? So yeah, everything is based off of Israel and allegory that they put out there. Turn back to verse 4 here. But you are in the dark about these things, dear brothers and sisters, and you won't be surprised when the day of the Lord comes like a thief. That's all.
Okay, I got this one. We've been holding 2nd Ezra 7:6. Yeah.
Everybody's holding it.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta get the precepts out, that's why. Go ahead.
Everybody's holding a sword.
So it says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there was a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go there at once. And I brought that up because I think we're talking about the time of Noah. We're talking about the water, and there's a lot of pressure, right? So I just got this word pressure in etymology. It says suffering, anguish, act or fact of pressing on the mind or heart. So then we're also talking about the Sakari. So the YNs that want to come and look at Sakari because they got the guns and all that shit. But
The caps.
yeah, and then you got Al-Azhar, right, or whatever his name is. You can tell he's not a man of the Lord, but part of the reason why they do that is because he can't handle the pressure of being a man of the Lord.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Part of his suffering, you have to pick up your cross. And
That's
say,
right.
Pick up my cross and follow me. Yeah, Yahushua had pressure that he had to go through.
That's right.
Like he bled blood, and he was I think this place
Sweat.
and that place actually meant to press. I forgot what it was.
Golgotha.
Yeah.
No. Nah,
It was not-
You're talking about Gethsemane.
Yeah,
The Garden of Gethsemane.
Right. So
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
truth, you're going to be under pressure, but the pressure is to see whether you are gold, diamonds, jewels, or your stubble or wood.
Yeah, which means you're giving up the old man.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to give up the
Exactly.
old man.
And you're in rank and file.
Exactly.
True words.
Because when he was in the camp, he was what, like, I don't know, 9th or 10th or whatever.
Yeah.
He was a new brother.
Yeah, he was just a new
He
person.
was a new, we didn't even know.
No.
We didn't know this guy.
No, I
And then he broke away, and then he started to do his own fancy shit.
Yeah.
And that's why him and Deacon,
Asaph?
They were tight.
they broke apart.
They broke up.
Akab,
Yeah.
right? Deacon
Oh,
Akab.
Akab.
Yeah.
Right? They broke apart because they have their own plans and whatever, and then
There's no foundation.
It conflicts,
Yeah.
right? And nobody wants to get in order.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they do, I'm gonna do my own thing.
And that's what happens when you leave, you leave the truth. Like, the truth is the only foundation Jake can get. The Most High and His Son Yahushua. And you go off and do your own thing, eventually you're going to have infighting. We had infighting when the Lord was dealing with us. How much more when the Lord's not dealing with you? That's why you see that with Sakari and those guys, because you're in something that's based upon what you think. So next time one guy gets a good idea, he's like, well, I think it should be like this, instead of something that's outside of all of us, which is the scriptures and Yahweh Shai and the Most High.
Well, the elder Tahar blessed him, right? Like, even though he did it how he did it, the elder Tahar still blessed him and said, you know what? I like him and da-da-da-da-da-da. But that's what I'm saying. When you go off, a lot of times you just get worse and worse and worse. I'm not saying a brother can't start his own thing. You can. Some men do. But he got worse and worse
Brother,
and worse.
he had Passover at a strip club.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
You told me that's a leader. I get he repented, but you're a top leader. Talking about you're the high priest.
Well, you never
sense is that?
You never repented.
I agree.
If you repented, you wouldn't be denouncing Yahweh Shai.
But he just said like, oh, I'm slacking.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. But these guys. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to repent, you have to come back under those shackles again. And under those shackles, there's a certain weight you have to carry. So they don't want to carry the weight.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry it. Let me just do my own thing.
Yeah.
Let me just kind of be half in and half out. It's like someone, you're a trainer, you got a client, you tell them, look, you got to lift 100 pounds. It's like, you know what, let me lift 50.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I told you got to lift 100. That's how
that's the discipline.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the
so
discipline.
you're going to see he's not disciplined. He's just put on a fucking act.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
It's fake.
That's the discipline.
And that's why they're going to be helpless in that day.
Yeah.
Hey, because you think a lot of times when the back-to-back Sabbath comes that you want to be disciplined. Sometimes the Sabbath is ending and a new one is beginning, and you have a flesh up, and you're just the flesh is talking now. Now the flesh is saying, "Oh my God, I have to reschedule."
Making you feel somewhat frustrated, but it's a righteous
Of course
thing.
you're feeling frustrated.
You know?
Of course you're feeling frustrated.
No, that's what I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is that it's making you feel that way, but you're cursing.
Yeah. She said, I didn't change. That's what I'm being real with brothers. I'm just being real. But that discipline is gonna make you say, yo, not today. It is what it is.
I just send you a picture.
On the Sabbath. And that's always that way. On Sabbath, that's when it's a picture of something you should be looking at.
So true.
Your brothers know who we're at Dundas and Victoria. If the Sabbath was on a Friday to Saturday,
and we're on the highways,
all the sexy bitches are walking by.
All the time.
And then the next
the regular weeks.
Yeah,
nothing.
Regular Saturdays, regular people.
Because they know that day we can't talk to nothing. It's so true, man. That was spiritual.
Or it might be Saturday night. You're out there on the highways, in the daytime, and then all the bitches are walking by and try to tempt you, mess up your head. You're seeing this fucking,
slut
madness. Hey, Satan's crafty.
Yo, Satan's crafty, man.
Yeah.
So true.
Romans 11, 7. We're talking about different Israelites seeking comfort, right? Because they know there's a lack of something, but they just don't know what it is.
That's right. That groping at noonday. Yeah.
Right. They didn't link on and log on to the subscription of this truth. So Romans 11 and verse 7 said, "What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for." But
which is really and truly in this time. I don't know back in the day, because I don't have recollection of when we were in the back in the day, but what our people are seeking now is equality. And you'll never find equality. You're a nigga, which means that you're on the bottom.
Yeah, back then too.
And it was never set up for us to be equal too. So even that's going off, that's being anti the scriptures, if that's the mindset Negroes gonna have. The Bible says in Deuteronomy 7:6 that we are meant to be above.
Right.
Hand joining hand.
God,
Which that was their perverted way, because in their spirit they want justice. Right? But that was your perverted way of asking for justice, by asking for equality with your enemy.
Stupid.
Right? And we weren't meant to be integrated. We're always meant to be set apart, segregated, right? But they went off to different doctrines. And it's a doctrine, the integration thing.
Yes.
Right? To believe that all men are created equal. Where? Don't say that.
Yep.
My hand and my body, the same. They're not equal.
Yep.
On my body, so you can tell all men are created equal.
Yeah.
Oh man. Right? So it says, but the election has obtained it, right? And the rest were blinded. He's going to get into it. Who caused their blindness? According as it is written, Yahweh has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear.
And you know, I remember that for myself before the truth. I remember I was trying to search for something, but my eyes was the eyes of slumber, and my ears could not hear. I remember that, meaning that I couldn't retain information.
Yeah.
Now I'm retaining information like a sponge, like a newborn child. So I remember those days, man.
Unto this day, right? So the spirit is also it's an ancient time, but it's also in future tense. It's right through. This book, we live within the book, not outside the book. So somebody think, that was in the olden days, or that you know, we're all in this book. It's the Most High's mind.
The Most High requires that which is past.
Exactly.
We're always in biblical times.
That's right.
That's why you have to understand reincarnation. Because
right.
the Most High is punishing those spirits that are here today.
Yeah.
You guys you get bugged out when we say these things. You're like, well, this life, you're thinking about this life. The spirit that's in that body has many lifetimes. And it comes back.
But they think we're in some magical time where you just have America as a superpower.
Right.
God is somewhere there, but he's not really there.
Right.
Like we're not in those biblical ancient times
That's
where,
right.
where God punishes people.
That's right.
It's the Most High's timeline.
Exactly.
Always.
That's right.
The Most High so far, you might be thinking a piss somewhere, and that's where you were buried.
Yeah.
So true.
Hey, when the Most High said, he said he pretty much hid himself from the world for a time.
Yep.
Now he's visiting the world that he made.
That's right.
Yep.
He's so far out that a lot of times you link up with people that you linked up with your past life.
That's right. That's his son.
Well,
And you feel it.
Look at the brothers in the room.
And you feel it.
The brothers in the room, a lot of us were there
We were
in that
friends.
same lifetime.
100%.
That's right.
You know?
100%.
Well, that's the brother your son. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Man, link up and
Yeah.
this spirit knows me.
See that? That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Good. Verse 9. And David, our king, says, let their table be made a snare. Right? So David had the power, he's a king, but he's also a prophet.
Yeah.
Right? So he's one, a prophet can call curses on you, man.
Yeah.
Right? Say an F word, so, F word, and, that's just rude speech. A curse is like, I hope the Most High kill you.
And your family.
And your
So
family,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So David says, let their table be made a snare.
Mm-hmm.
And that table is the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the bread, which is Yahushai, right? That's why he bugged those Israelites back in the day when it says, eat of my body.
Yeah.
Drink of
They're like, this guy's
And they
too
took
far.
it literal.
What?
Taking this too far. I knew he was suspicious.
Same thing with when he said.
That's why they call it Beelzebub.
Yeah,
Same
kind
thing when he said to be born again, and Nicodemus is like, what do you mean? I'm
Yeah.
already born.
Good.
You
Yeah.
know, and like in when you watch Vikings, when he was trying to explain to him, he's like, I'm born again. He's like, what do you mean? Like in your mother's womb again?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You couldn't understand. And these are simple things. Now.
Now,
You
yeah.
know?
Let their table made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block.
That's word. Because they don't get it. Like we brought up the explanation about bringing about being born again, and that's coming from the table, right?
It's true.
They can't spiritually digest it.
Yep.
It's too much. It's overwhelming. It's like, I know, YOLO's my life, and that's it. I can do this GTA shit here and now and forever, right? Do all the sins, sin to win, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
It's
I'm
true.
going out.
Yeah.
And Jake is superly fucking carnal.
Crash this dummies, man.
And a recompense unto them. So a payback, right? Because when the Lord was handed over to be murdered, right? Like we say like smoothly, he was killed and he was murdered, man.
Yeah, he was.
Right?
Yeah.
Brutally.
So he was marked like no other man. So like he got like blunt hits to the head, and then they put a crown of thorns on him.
Yeah.
They beat him, beyond the 39 slashes and shit.
Yeah.
Like there's not no record of how much he got slashed, but I'm sure he got beat more than 39.
And that's what they physically did. This book is the Most High's law book. You know, and what he's given us, really, there's more. So you're going into the law book and just saying what you want. That's why I said it's a snare onto them. You just go open up in a book, saying what you want. Okay, I feel like this breakdown, this is da 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 da. If you went in Esau's judicial system and just came up and started, I want to erase this law, he'll blast you away. So you guys, this book is open to you, and because you're spiritually discerned, them angels looking at you like, yeah, okay, yo, it's a law book. You can't go in there and change it. It's a law book.
It's not a novel.
Exactly.
Everybody reads it like a novel, which is where you're gonna always get lost, because the scriptures can go from the past, the future, to the present. So if you read it like a novel, you will always get lost. So that doesn't work like that. That's why the blueprint is precept upon precept, upon line. Here a little, there a little.
Yep.
Right? It's coded.
Yep. And all the history, like when you go in, like all the history and the stories that are in it, which is our history, those are like indirect laws. Like when you read the story about David, you learn a lot of laws in that story just by seeing how he behaved.
Exactly.
Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. So it's the whole book. It's right from wrong. So things up. That you can't do that. You can't do that.
You can't change this economy. You too, Esau, especially. You can't change it, man. Right? So yeah, that's what it is. It's the Lord's economy that He set up. Okay. Last point. It says the captivity and restoration of Yashar Allah. That's what it's about, right? Yehovah Shemir Shai set it up for that to happen. So yeah, you can't change His economy, right? And that's all I got.
Which that word is just house.
Yeah.
I got some.
Oh, you got the word.
You got a word real quick.
Word precept, the dictionary. A general rule intended to regulate behavior or thought.
Hey, that's beautiful. Beautiful. The water, that's beautiful, because a precept, when you read the stories of all these men, you're reading precepts. Rules within these stories for us to follow. That if you don't have the spirit, you're not going to see you're just going to see, like you said, as a storybook. Oh man, David taking down Goliath, that was crazy. All Christians talk about that, but you don't see the rules in that story.
Hey, even for brothers.
It's not their inheritance.
Even for brothers who are in the truth.
Yeah.
A brother will be like, hey, I'm grabbing a precept, and that's not a precept. A precept is supposed to link up with the scripture that a brother just brought out. It's all supposed to line and make sense. That's how the story's read, right? The story's read, or it makes sense. Keys come together to where you're just like, okay, that aligns, that aligns. That's a precept. A precept aligns with what somebody else brought out.
That's right.
Not just by your thought, right? Because sometimes we could just be speaking on woman, and then you get another scripture about woman. That's a precept. But sometimes a precept could be a story about
both, yeah.
Lot, and a story about so and so, and then it links. That's also a precept.
Yeah, yeah.
Even a moth, even their inheritance is not here yet.
True,
You know what I'm saying? They're not part of the inheritance on this side.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
The main subject.
Yeah,
That's right.
hence
Brother was
first
breaking
fruits.
down,
Yeah.
Brother Howard as well. The main subject of that precept must link with that precept, right? So if that's why I send those videos out to you young men, right? You got to hear like the words what the guy said at the beginning. That's the precept you got to get first, the foundation.
The foundation, yeah.
Yeah. So if the guy's talking about, hey, sign, I want a sign. I want a sign. If the Lord be true, give me a sign, right? So what's the precept for that? What's the precept for that, right? Simply for I'm talking to you at home.
Hey, that's how you do research.
That's right.
For anybody who's ever done research, that's how you do research. You'll research something, then it stops there, then you go into something else, stops there, but then you link them up, and now the picture is starting to become clearer, like a puzzle.
You were more on that definition? That was it, eh?
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah?
You finish this.
Yeah, go on.
Verse 10 is that verse. In Romans 11, verse 10. Let the eyes be darkened. No, it's like let their eyes be darkened.
Yeah, that's right.
That they may not see and bow down their back always. So that's the state condition is to see 2/3 of people in.
What the fuck is that?
Right?
Them spirits, eh?
It's okay, go ahead.
That's why you're seeing unfolded via like black on black crime, niggas in projects, right? Shooting each other, the rape,
Yeah.
robbery, like all these things, right? These are curses put on 2/3 of people from the King David, man.
Hey, you seen? I don't know if you guys seen that comedy video of the Jake. He walks around in jewelry to random Jake neighborhoods. He's like, "Yo, I'm not from here. Can I want some directions?" And the man's already watching him. That's an illustration of Deuteronomy 28. That's their brother that's coming. The man's just watching. Okay, where you from? Where, yeah, and give me your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's some curses, man, because we're not in their kingdom. So anything can happen to us.
Yeah.
Anything. Jake in his flip-flops and his Crocs. But doesn't know this is a valley of shadow of death.
Valley of the shadow of death.
So yeah.
Can I bring on a precept just
Somebody
to
said
say
something.
That's real quick, just to back you up, because you mentioned about the Most High divided us. He didn't integrate us. This is Deuteronomy 32:8 in the NLT. It says, "When the Most High assigned lands to the nations, when He divided up the human race,
That's right.
He established the boundaries of the peoples according to the number in His heavenly court.
Mm-hmm.
For the people of Israel belong to the Lord.
That's right.
Jacob is His special possession." Right? That was it.
Yeah, because Jacob is the servant. That's all it comes down to, right? There's a scripture where it lets you know that Moab cannot come into the sanctuary, the congregation.
Right.
Esau definitely cannot.
Yep.
So how could these people be servants?
Fun.
You people are all gone. You
That's it.
Christians get cut on so much levels, it's not even funny, man.
Nope.
To serve the Most High, you have to come from a specific seed,
That's it.
a specific race.
Yeah.
And even the Most High can trip people up there because they'll say, "Oh, didn't Esau get born from Isaac?"
True.
Yeah.
True.
And didn't Cain come from Adam?
True.
Yeah.
The Most High can set that up.
Yeah.
And have you in the trick bag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said 2 nations are in your rule.
In
Just
Exactly.
because you come from the same loin doesn't mean you're the same people.
That's
Exactly.
right, man.
Primarily what you're saying is foundation, but the Most High is a strange power.
Very
Yeah.
strange.
He'll have gins and snares set up for you.
Yep. That's why you need the Holy. That's why you need the Holy Spirit.
Gone.
Because what you're saying is the Spirit.
Isaiah 8:20, man, to speak according to this word because of the light in them. Right? So the light wasn't given to each and every one. Right?
Yeah.
It says in Psalms 147 and 19:20, He will show His word unto Jacob, which is the one that's what He's dealing right now. The whole nation don't know what the Most High requires.
That's right. That's right.
I have a precept.
Last one, and we'll close up.
Yeah, this precept I've been holding from we first started, but I was gonna leave it. But now, Brother Kazak mentioned it twice. First he mentioned the valley of the shadow of death, and now we mentioned the light. So this is Isaiah 9 and verse 2. It says, "The people that walk in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death."
Do you know what the dark?
It's not having the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Simple and plain. That's all that it is.
Yeah, it says, "They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shine." So we just speak about the elect because the elect men are now waking up. The light is shining in them,
Yeah,
right? Bright, because people are seeing this all across the earth,
that's right.
right?
And that light, Yahweh shine.
There you go.
How it shine.
There you go.
And that
That's right.
light is also inside of you as well because you're waking up.
I'm gonna let
Now
it
you're
shine.
illuminated. So
Well,
even though it's coming from Yahweh Shai, it's inside of you as well.
Well, that's why Yahushua says, "I'm gonna sup with you."
Exactly.
You're right. He's supping with you in your mind.
That's why you can't hide. Wherever you go, people just see you.
Yep.
The demons know who you
Yep.
Demon, no.
are. Shy was, right?
Yep.
Yeah, random people always want to start a conversation.
Yeah.
Always.
Tell you to confess. They want to confess.
Yes.
That's all I hear. It's a
Yes.
whole full-on confession.
Yes, it's true.
And it's not to us, but like you said, it's to Yahushua.
It's to Yahweh Shai. It's the spirit.
That's what they're
That's
doing.
why if you deal with somebody that can't confess to you, dangerous, man.
Yo, you don't even fucking like them. Cause you're
No.
you're confessing every day.
Well, we confess to the camera, right? When we're
There you
doing
go.
videos, we confess our sins.
You gotta
We
deal
don't
with
hide.
someone-
We don't lie to brothers. We tell
Exactly.
brothers, yo, listen, we're sinners. We've done this, we've done this, we've done that. That's the whole point. The whole point is not to trick brothers to make it seem like we're perfect.
And that's yeah, exactly. That's why the you know, when you look at these other Israelites that are proud in their wickedness,
they've done no wrong.
Is that, yeah, like you said, wiped him off and said, I haven't done anything.
And the scripture says, don't be sad if something befalls you. That scripture.
Yep.
Don't some strange thing
happen to you, yeah.
Because other brothers go through things. So you might be doing something that, you know, and you put it out there, but you know, something I would think that too.
Yeah.
Wrong? And you just
Uplift him.
Done.
So
exactly.
true.
You took that right off you, yep.
So true.
Go ahead, that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Khan. Go ahead, brother, close up.
All right. Thwada for that, for all you listeners out there. Hope you were found this edifying.
And Thawadi, how about Shemi Shai?
That's right. Throw for Lex, so I'll give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
And always double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have all learned the truth from. Peace, blessing with utmost sincerity to your brothers that do this work for the four corners of earth. This is GMSToronto camp. I'm saying shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Baba.
Baba.
Kwame Ashala.
Kwame Ashala.
Oh,